open bar, dude!
It's open bar, it's open bar, it's open bar. A night in with MauLer and the drinker, getting trashed with the web screen nickers. A cheap night cause I'm feeling kinda thrifty, got a 10-pack of beers and a bottle of whiskey. Hop up the cork, have a glass of wine, perhaps they'll say I'll be fine. Trouble walking in a straight line, but pour me a Pinot Noir. It's open bar with our hosts MauLer and the critical drinker.
Oh, shit, man. Fuck, that was good. Oh, fuck, we're live. Shit, don't mind me. Hello, everyone. This is Drinkers Open Bar, episode number 10. Damn, we're really getting up into double digits now. It's a pleasure to have you all here. We're going to talk about some lovely stuff in the world of entertainment tonight. And as I'm always, I am joined by my co-host, MauLer. Hello, sir.
Get that stuff done earlier. Yeah. Oh, hey, it's going great. Ooh, drinking, media. Yeah.
Talking stuff.
Hey, that's an accidental reference to World's End. How about that? And that's in the intro. Oh, I'm just all cylinders firing right now.
That's it. Yeah. It's downhill from here, though, I would say.
No, we don't tell people about that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good to have you on as always, man. And yeah, we've got a real doozy of an episode tonight. And who better to join us? We've got Rekeita Law, who's it's been a while since we've had you on the channel, man. And I think since the last time we spoke, you have absolutely exploded on the world of YouTube. Damn, man. Your coverage of the Rittenhouse trial was just incredible.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's been a bit. Last time we talked about Train to Busan, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, things have been really hectic for me lately. Just
you still catching up on super chats from those streams.
I gave up on it. I think because I have them all on a spreadsheet. I think there are 6,000 of them that that I didn't get to read because they went nuts. I mean, when we had a couple shows broke 100,000 live viewers, and it's like there's just no way. There's no way to keep up with it. So
yeah,
have we met before? By the way, I don't remember in stream.
Not officially, not on a stream, but pleasure to meet you, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you, dude. I've seen a lot of your stuff as well. I actually checked out a lot of the coverage of the, I'll just say nondescript trials. So that
there we go.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Yeah, thanks. It's the new thing, I guess. I don't know. People like it, so I'm doing it.
You've been requested to be on EFAP for like several years. I'm just waiting for the right episode to bring you on.
Yeah, well, I've got one. I've got one. Are you familiar with the Ballad of Michael Harris?
No, I don't think so.
The UCLA Manifesto writer.
Oh no, I don't know anything about it.
Oh boy, he's before his YouTube channel was nuked, he uploaded like 200 videos in one day, and they're all I think the archive only caught like 35 of them. They're amazing. They're
200 in a day. That's almost on par with Mike Zero, man. Damn. Wow, serious numbers.
If you look at your chat right now, you'll see it unbreaded.
What is this unbreaded shit? I don't get it.
Yeah,
you wouldn't. It's this guy. I'm telling you this. So this dude, he was a professor at UCLA for like 1 year. Got kind of pushed out. Had some issue. He emailed them an 800-page manifesto. And I did a word count on it. It has the N word in it 10,386 times. It's about the most magical document I've ever seen. And unbreaded is from one of his schizo posting videos on YouTube. They're amazing.
So is he just like a full-on just nut job? Like,
it's either he went crazy or he's the greatest performance artist of any generation. I'm not sure which one it is, but I love him. I think he's been arrested for his manifesto is so great that they arrested him for it. So it's top.
That's a good manifesto. Well, we can definitely get into that as we kick off the stream. We've also got with us tonight Hugh versus Babyface. As always, man, it's a pleasure to have you on.
I've got the drinkiest of drinks here. Oh, wow, that's really alcoholic. Like, wow.
As you've become a fraud, you've become everything you hate.
I am. It's a latte macchiato, and I'm loving it.
We'll need to do a gaming stream where you just neck an entire bottle of rum in the space of like half an hour. That was the stuff of legend.
Yeah, I needed to catch. I needed to catch up with you, and I might have got the measurements wrong a little bit.
Well, I think what was particularly awesome was that OBS started fucking up for you, and you were desperately trying to fix it while completely plastered. So.
Those are the. I mean, everything's going weird at the minute. My microphone's lost its bonginess.
Oh,
so now it's hello, ladies.
That's tragic, man.
My light's just blown up about 20 minutes ago.
Blown up?
My streaming light. I was on the phone with my mum, and then it's just like. Oh, thanks.
That's poltergeist for you. What can I say?
I know. So I thought, let's crack open the lattes. Hey, boys.
Quite right, you fucking rock star, you. And last but not least, this is first time on an open bar stream. It's Chrissy Meyer. Hello.
I did my show prep off my family calendar.
Yes, perfect.
Take that, nephews.
Oh my
I'm not sure. Do I call you Frosk or do I call you Chrissy? I don't know, man.
Yeah, you can. I respond to Frosk. Yeah, we might have a fun little Frosk-oriented project tomorrow with my friend here.
It's just a shame that Frosk doesn't respond to people who want to have them come on their streams and debate her, because like that all seems to have died a death.
I'm surprised. I'm not surprised at all that she didn't agree to go on anybody's stream, but I think she's just trying to like. I think she is quietly like milking all this controversy without having to actually put herself out there.
Yeah, because she was supposed to go on the quartering, wasn't she? Like she was going to go on stream with him, and then I'm sure he put out a video the other day saying, "Yeah, that's all died. Like her people have basically said we're not doing it."
Oh yeah, like supposedly she got death threats, and then when he asked, like, "Oh, why don't you send me some of these death threats? I'd love to personally disavow them." They're like, never responded.
We'll get back to you. Don't worry. It's like I won't hold my breath, sir. But yeah, man, it's like that was never going to happen. The idea that she would go on a stream like in front of thousands of people and like actually debate and try and like back up her opinions with any kind of argument.
The fans. Why would she do anything to endear herself to them?
Yeah. Yeah.
She should come on my show. I'll treat her much nicer than that brute Jeremy would.
I would fucking pay money to watch that.
Yeah. I would love to see you cross-examine her as a lawyer.
Cross-examine.
If Nick's pissed, then fuck it now. take my bank account, dude. Just take it all.
You just open with like, Frosk, where were you on the night of blah, blah, blah? And she's like, wait, what's happening?
Frosk, you're a massive fucking bitch. Why do we deal with it?
Do you seriously expect the ladies and gentlemen of the jury to believe that?
Bitch, have you seen that back tattoo?
Oh.
Exhibit A, or rather, should I call it Exhibit AA? That's
oh my goodness.
And that's just her ass.
That's a low blow. I feel like Adam Sessler is kind of taking the heat off her now by just being an even bigger dick. Like some of the stuff he's been posting on Twitter, man, was just pathetic.
Crazy.
Like
that's the cut shield right there.
I know.
Yeah, he's been unhinged lately. His Twitter is I don't really follow him very much at all, and I'm shocked that I'm not blocked yet by him or Frosk. But he's just he seems very unhinged if you look at his tweets. Yeah,
it's this whole thing of like, I don't know, you disagree with me politically. Well, you must die. I hate you, and I hate the very ground that you walk upon. It's like
pretty much
chill, man. It's like this isn't how you should conduct yourself if you want to get people to actually watch your channel.
Or to fucking convince people that your ideas are better.
Yeah. It's not
You know
many
what's-
people are going to hear his arguments and be like, "Oh, cool, yeah, I'll vote for."
Yeah, I mean, he wants
for
me to
you."
die. He must be right about something.
Yeah.
What's sad to me is it's like the one accountant at all of these companies that is like not an idiot who's like, God, why do they keep just burning all the money? Why do they keep burning all the money? He like
Yeah.
isn't on board. Everybody else like who even fucking needs fans or audience or revenue? We got woke messaging to sell. And he's like, no, please just try and make one show profitable.
Gamers love nothing more than woke messaging, Nick. You know
I
that
know,
by now.
Well, I did extensive research in the Halo 2 live chats back in the day, so I know that woke messaging is on the menu.
Yeah.
They're very accepting of other sexualities over there. They reference them all the time.
I can
Not at all the
claim to be a Rainbow 6-3 boy. Really, that's really back in the day. That was so interesting. Open lobbies, I'll tell you that for nothing. Holy cow. They would just cry. She would just curl in a ball and cry if she heard that.
Yeah,
Did did you see the article about the woman who was just groped in the meta? She was virtual groped in the meta VR.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
you can do that.
Some girls have all the luck.
I did it. It was me.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
I groped that woman in the metaverse.
I would
My
love to
avatar
virtual
was
grope.
violated.
But it
They
was
think that's
actually
the
like,
point.
No, I tell you, man, it's only a matter of time until that becomes a criminal offense. Probably in Canada, but like that. But yeah, like people are going to get done for this. It's like you sexually assaulted an avatar of another player. Like they felt violated, so that's a crime. And that's give it some time, it'll happen.
I've had balls in my face and mouth from Halo, you know.
And not even
Fine,
from Halo
though,
either.
that guy.
They didn't even
By
shower
Halo, I mean Gunther. But it's just like, we've like every time we go into, and I say we, I mean gamers. Every time gamers go into a first-person shoot, you just watch Dr. Disrespect today. He'll kill somebody, and because you get that like couple of second window to say something to the person that's killed you in COD, he gets all sorts of shit still today.
Yeah.
And like, it's never gonna go away. People's reactions are never gonna go away, and the fact that they think they can control what gamers are gonna say down a microphone just makes it even funnier, because that will just make gamers do even worse things.
I know that's the thing. Like if you take a bunch of predominantly young men in a highly competitive environment where they're relatively anonymous, of course they're going to shit talk each other. Of course they're going to like try and provoke each other into losing their shit. That's just how people work. And that's how the internet has been since the dawn of time. It's never, like you say, it's never going to change. And the more you try and police it, the more people will be like, well, fuck you, I'm just going to do it even more now just to piss you off.
Yes.
And shockingly, it has nothing to do with anybody's race, gender, or sexuality. It has literally zero. No matter how many beautiful slurs you can string together in the most articulate insults ever crafted and conducted over a Halo chat. I'm sure I've dropped more F slurs on Halo than anywhere else on the planet.
I saw a great comeback from a girl, and I think it was Shoe on Head that shared it. But it was like this dude was trying to trash talk her, and he was like, "Oh, bitch, get back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich." And she's like, "No, I'm gonna fuck your dad and produce a son that you actually love, unlike you."
So good.
That was so good
That
as
was
well.
fucking gold.
They should be
Just-
happy that people are like molesting or groping instead of doing it in real life.
Yeah, maybe it's just the outlet that they needed, you know.
Maybe they're just mad that it's not happening in real life. Possibly.
I'm just so happy that it's in the metaverse, because it's all just starting up, and everything's just new and fresh. Hey, look what we're doing. Everything's gonna start revolving around this. Somebody dropped my text. In the metaverse.
It's the first thing that happens is balls go in
Yeah.
somebody's eyes. Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, it's like the early days of the internet, even when it's like, oh wow, it's this whole world where we can, connect with other people on the other side of the planet. We can learn whatever we want. We've got an entire universe of learning at our fingertips. And it's like, nah, boobs and ass, man.
Yes,
Straight away, the
yes.
pictures start showing up.
Do you remember the DVD that you got with the first Xbox system? And you popped it in, and it was like how to conduct yourself online, and it's like these like early 20 or like 19-year-olds to 21-year-olds, and it's just like, hey, when you go online, you're gonna experience speaking to lots of people. They might come from different backgrounds. And then he went to a guy who was like in a slubby home, just like messy
In a
and
shack?
dirty and
Oh.
everything. It's just like, try and treat people like you want to be treated. It's like, oh no, I'm just about to play Rainbow Six. This is not going to happen. Oh, it was good. God bless them for trying though.
Yeah, I'd love how these people would picture folk conducting themselves in in their ideal world. Like if Frost had her way, and it's like a lobby in Halo or whatever, and it's like someone gets killed. Are people expected to go, well played, old boy, good kill there. See you on the next game.
No, it's even
Well,
worse. They want a fucking support counselor. Like, oh, sorry that you got sniped there, lad. What you need to do is not poke your head out around the counter with the Q key. You gotta be ready for that, and only go when you've got suppressing fire. If you need to talk about it for a while, you can pop out of the lobby, and we'll save your spot after our hour-long cry session.
There'll be safe spaces put into COD maps so they can just go and like calm down.
If you're getting shot, you just run into a
Lol.
safe room.
Little party
I
area.
can't come in here.
Sit down, have a chat. Everything's calm.
There's Jen in the corner rocking back and forth.
Honestly, man, I'm still waiting for my bully hunter to show up. Like I called them like months ago, and they never came. Like
I phoned up Silver Series and asked them if they had any Bully Hunter headphones, because I really wanted a set. And the girl that I spoke to, the woman I spoke to, she was so nice and polite to me because she knew that I was fucking doing this to be a twat. She was like, well, unfortunately, due to what happened, we've decided not to put them into production. And I'm like, you gotta have like a couple of.
What did they look like?
It was just like Steel Series headphones, but they had Bully Hunters logos and shit on them. So I just, oh man, that would have been so sweet to own a pair of them.
we need this.
Bully
I
Hunters was
did
hilarious
some
and,
twerking yesterday, so
Oh, okay.
my ass is recovering today. Day on, day off, and might be some twerking tomorrow.
As it looks like
minute.
those are your arms, like the ones that are on the desk there. Like it looks like we're cheersing.
Oh, yeah.
You're taking my arms.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, if I can just make that there and then.
Oh, that's good because now you have a man's drink.
Roasted.
Damn.
Speaking of which, in honor of
I will
Critical
fucking do
Drinker,
it, Nick. I will do it.
I've got this Lagavulin double malted or double matured distillers edition. So
Oh, damn! Now you're talking my language. Good on you, sir. That stuff goes down smooth.
it does. Cheers.
What is that?
Cheers
A
to
whiskey,
you.
a scotch?
It's a scotch.
I have
We're gonna
a Tassimo latte macchiato.
What
Shut
sort of
up,
year is it
ass.
as? What sort of year is it? Is it
Oh,
is
this
it well
is,
matured?
What year?
this is best before October of this year. It's
Very well
vintage stuff.
aged.
Yeah, it's very well aged Tassimo.
Yeah, how fucking awesome would it have been to have been a bully hunter though? Just being like, you need me, I'm here, and you jump into the game. And you're like, hey,
No,
how dare you?
I wanted to be.
Don't
I wanted
say
to
mean
be
things.
I wanted to be the
The victim,
the
no,
per-
right,
not the
the
person
bully.
who got. Yeah. I wanted to be the bully, and I wanted to have that. I wanted to get killed in that great knife move, and then just have that. Harassment isn't a game. Sent to me. I would be. I would
The
be
thing I'm
whacking
curious
it.
about-
Oh god.
Say that had ever. Say that had ever actually happened. It had ever gone into effect, right? So they come in, they kill the bully, and then he respawns 5 seconds later and just carries on doing exactly what he was doing. Like, what the fuck is it actually meant to accomplish?
How could you not laugh your ass off if someone did that to you? Like, harassment isn't cool, bro. You just be like, I gotta record this. This is amazing. And then, the bully hunter comes in, tries to kill you. You kill them and teabag them, and then they have to call them.
That was brilliant. Start bullying the bully hunter.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you're gonna do this, you have to be legitimately fucking amazing at the game, because you can't show up and be a bitch. You cannot show up and
it's not even just being good at the game. You have to be good at insulting people. You have to be like fearless and kind of edgy to be able to outclass them, because you're dealing with people who don't give a fuck. Like while you do, like, how are you ever gonna
like a cop?
Yeah,
well,
you have to fuck them up.
Have a real life adjacent story to that. There was a guy who used to be in my Discord, and if you guys are familiar with Maddox, he's the guy. He used to have the best page in the universe, and he wrote the book Alphabet of Manliness and stuff like that. And he had a falling out with Dick Masterson. That's the whole other story. But Maddox, when he retreated from YouTube and went to Twitch, and he was just playing Fortnite, whenever he would stream it, a guy in my Discord server would go find his server and join and just kill him over and over and over and record it. And it was like, oh my God.
That's the Wings of Redemption.
Is this guy hacking?
Yeah, it's just stream sniping him, isn't it?
Stream sniping, yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Brittany Venti, but she had a pretty famous clip viral, where she, I think, was playing Grand Theft Auto, and there was a guy with his, I don't know how he did it, but he had his pants down, and he was like putting it in her. Like his avatar guy was like raping her for real. There was a guy like sitting on her head backwards, like sitting on her shoulders backwards, like crossed for her face. And she was like, "No, stop!" But it was the funniest thing ever.
When video games were invented, this is what they envisioned. This was the end point. We've done it. We've completed the circle.
It was our generation that lived to see it, and I think we should all feel proud.
There's a Jurassic Park-like movie there, where Jeff Goldblum is like, man.
As soon as we get to that point where it's just like, the technology's here, where we're going to plug ourselves into the machines, the first thing I'm going to say is, how much for the groinal attachment?
Yeah, once they really sort haptic feedback groin attachments, that's it. Like, half the world's population is going to fucking disappear into their bedrooms and never come out.
Oh my God.
You need to eat. No, just
everybody.
Yeah, it's just like this withered husk of a body. Like, I can't leave. It's too
like double arthritis.
The fucking Steam servers are just on fire as people are downloading all the hentai games.
Like some poor engineer, like, Captain, we can't do it. The servers are overloaded.
It's humanity's fate.
The chance instead of being Call of Duty, be busty Asian hentai #1, cocksucking cunts #2. It'd just be horrendous. The charts.
This is how civilization dies, to thunderous porn.
Yeah.
The stocks are all like revolting. They're like, we don't want to stand for this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it fucking all these companies better step up their motherboards so they've got reinforced USB ports for the attachable fleshlights. That's all I'm saying. You gotta make sure that power flow is on and at maximum.
As soon as that sort of stuff comes out, like, invest in it immediately.
Oh God!
Pull everything you've got out of Dogecoin and put it into that.
Put it into that, but put it into. But put it into foreign investment markets like Korea and Japan, because that's where it's really going to take off.
You're going to be like, payback time.
Yeah.
Speaking
of Korea, because I know, Nick, when you came on the last time, we talked about Train to Busan.
Yeah.
And the Koreans have only gone and made another zombie thing, but it's like it's a TV show this time called All of Us Are Dead. And I don't know if any of you guys have watched it yet.
I'm
like 3 episodes into it, and it's really fucking good.
I hear that there's like an unbelievable segment in, I think it's episode 2 or 3.
Yeah,
where it's like this huge one shot, or faux one shot, but it's just absolutely. Or I need to watch it. Korea putting out some amazing stuff.
I obviously I'm not at the end yet, so I don't know if it takes a sudden dive or anything. But from what I've seen so far, it's really good. the zombies in it are like the fast kind, the 28 days later kind. And so, yeah, you've got these really long single take sequences where it's basically an outbreak that happens in a high school. So the students are like running up the stairs, like the zombies come at them from both sides. They have to fight them back, like kick their way into a classroom and then fight their way through there. Like it keeps going, and it's so well done. Like the actors are great. The choreography is brilliant. Yeah, really good.
That sounds
Wow.
good. The last thing I watched straight through was Squid Game, which is
Oh, yeah.
very basic bitchy because it was so popular, but it was popular for a reason. It was pretty fucking good. So I got to say that I was happy with most of it. And especially that the one episode where they had to do the one-on-one game.
Oh,
that,
the
like,
marbles.
Yeah, that was fucking brutal. It was
Episode
so well
six,
that
done.
broke
yeah.
most of us, I think,
Yeah.
when we watched it.
Yeah,
It-
that got
it-
me.
It just made me remember like caring about a story in a show for once.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
Yeah.
oh wow, these and the characters were archetypal and straightforward, and that's what for some reason we've forgotten in the West is that archetypal, straightforward characters tell effective stories really, really well. And that's what they did in Squid Game. You always expected the main character to act kind of like a decent guy. Even though he had a shitty past or whatever, you always expected the scumbag to act like a scumbag. And then when he did, you're like, oh, you motherfucker, I knew you were going to do it. And it was just good. And you always expected the one loudmouth Korean lady to be really fucking irritating, but she did it well. So
She played that. She really swung for the fences, that actress. I'll say that for her. In terms of performance.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Um,
matter how tough like the tough guy was, it still shows the valuable life lesson of like your association like with a crazy bitch like could kill you.
oh yeah,
I think as well, it's like, yeah, the fact that he fucked her over after she tried to ally with him, and ultimately she got revenge on him. As big and as frightening as he was, and as much as he could probably intimidate her in a normal situation, that scenario they found themselves on, where all she had to do was basically just grab hold of him and throw them both off. She got her revenge. So I did like the bit where they all have to partner up with someone, and like no one would pick her, and you kind of assume she got killed, and then at the end of it, she's like, "Ha, motherfuckers, I'm still alive." That was great.
but it was good. It's that straightforward storytelling where you don't even really need to know how she made it through that fucking game, just that she did, and you're like, oh, yep, okay, they're gonna bring this right back around, and it's gonna fuck this guy over, and when it does, it's gonna be great and rewarding, and everything's fine, and that's okay.
There's a new obsession with like trying to avoid anybody being able to predict what your story is, and that's not a problem. In fact, sometimes that can mean you've set it up really well, and it's a shame that that's seen as like a horribly bad thing. I don't know if you guys know, but like, pretty sure there's another show that did this as well. But Westworld is a show that when people guessed the ending of season 2, I think on Reddit, they were like, "Oh, I've got to change it. They guessed it." It's like, why? That's okay. You're gonna be fine.
No, careful watchers should guess. The foreshadowing should lead you to the conclusion, typically in hindsight, when you go back and you're like, okay, this is how this and this and this added up. But when you've got millions of people watching, someone's going to figure it out ahead of time.
Yeah, I think that's, I guess, one of the problems that we have with social media and the internet now is like, so many theories and so many people will throw out so many ideas about where a show is going. Inevitably, some of them are going to hit on the truth. And so it's going to be just almost impossible for writers to pull off something totally unexpected. You can't do it now. But like you said, MauLer, it doesn't need to be done. Like it's not always about being totally surprised by what happens. It's about it being emotionally satisfying.
If you remember,
consistent with what's happened before.
Didn't D&D say like it would have been too obvious for Jon Snow to kill the Night King? Like,
but that was the story. That was the setup. That's the whole point.
By that rationale, it'd be like, well, it'd be too obvious for Frodo to get the ring to Mount Doom and destroy it,
Well, he doesn't, does he? Tries to
okay.
A Griffin just takes the ring and then drops it inside and then fucks off,
Yeah.
Oh,
you need to have fucking, I don't know, one of the random other hobbits from the Shire to turn up. That would have made it way better.
No, MauLer, clearly You're too big,
There's-
Aid. We needed a diverse female Hobbit to show.
Exactly. Yes.
There's a
the whole
difference
thing.
between being predictable and setup. They're two very different things.
We needed
Absolutely.
Frodo Jaggins.
Like setup with the
Did you say
ice,
mofo?
Ice Queen mofo. Mofo, lofo. The whole thing was, you know, you were meant to go down that journey with them. You were meant to see the progression of Jon Snow to fight him. So it wouldn't have been like, oh, Jon's fighting the Ice King. It's like, right, here we go. This is the culmination of the story. This specific line of story. Let's get to it. So it was ended up.
Well, they like
screaming at a dragon.
They stare each other down in season 5. They stare down at each other, and it's like you
That's
versus
wrestling.
me, man. Yeah,
That's wrestling terminology, man. That's like, I'm gonna beat you at WrestleMania.
You're going down. No,
Yeah.
you're going
You
down.
go. Oh,
my
shit.
Well, yeah, there's different genres that you can do that more effectively. If it was some, you know, crazy convoluted thriller where it's all about, you know, suspense and you know, unexpected revelations, great. If it's some fucking like epic fantasy series, that's not really the place to pull off these subversions of expectation and these just crazy twists that come out of nowhere. You know, that's not why we watch shows
you know what,
like
Drinker?
that.
Fuck crazy twists that come out of nowhere, just entirely. I hate them. Go away. Put them in a bin.
Yep.
And
The crazy
Shyamalan
twisting.
wants to know your location right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
DMing me here.
There's a name I haven't heard in a generation.
That's a generation too soon still.
He was just like, yeah, I mean, the sort of late 90s, early 2000s, he was on fire, but man, that kind of thing just burns itself out really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and that's the thing with with Game of Thrones, for example. That's the murder porn we all want. We want to watch Jon Snow win. We want to do that. It ties up Ned Stark fucking losing so horrendously at the end of the first season.
We saw him yell at a dragon. Isn't that enough? Yeah. He went at the dragon.
And the dragon
That
went,
really sold his character, didn't it? As this smart, capable commander. It's like, you know, I'm facing down a dragon. What am I going to do? I don't know. Fucking scream at it, I guess. Can't think of anything else.
It's like he read the script, so he knew that it'd be okay because, you know, she was going to stab. Arya was just going to fly in on the wind.
I still don't fucking understand where she flew in from, because like she just kind of appeared above the Night King, and as far as I know, there was nothing overlooking that place. There was no buildings or anything. They were kind of just out in the open, and it's like she just flies in out of the darkness.
You know, a true subversion
like someone
would have been
catapulted her.
when he grabbed her, broke her neck. That would have been an actual subversion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually thought he was going to do that.
Too bad.
When he grabbed her, I thought, oh no, she's gonna get. And then she dropped the knife and stabbed him. I was like,
I kind of
that
hoped...
was all of us. We were like, and then we
when she did that whole like, you know, drop the knife and catch it with your other hand thing. I thought he was gonna catch it first and then fucking stab her with it, and I was like, that would have been cool.
That would have been cool, yeah.
But nah, it's just to beat him because the writers can't think.
Drink his
of anything else,
vision,
I
grabs
guess.
the knife, just stab.
what was
Just
Dickless
lacking
boy called
stabbing.
again? I forget. I'm trying to get Game of Thrones out of my head.
Who? Sorry.
Fuck! Why have you made me? Why?
Dickless,
How did I
Dickless.
blank that too? I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know.
Dinklage?
Littlefinger?
Well, Reek.
No.
His name
Rick,
becomes
well, no,
Reek.
Rick, but
No, not Rickon.
It becomes Reek.
It's
His
some
name.
Greyjoy. Theon.
Theon, yeah. It's just like two seconds earlier, you could have just let Theon live. But
Dude,
but no,
I would have
fucking
happily-
dickhead Bran in the fucking chair's just like, hey Theon, fuck off and die.
How would it have been to give the kill to Theon for the Night King? That would have been way better. Theon
Oh,
and
dear.
Jon Snow fighting together against the Night King. How fucking cool would that have been?
Us
Mhm.
just
Good.
spitballing ideas, like we've come up with a better story than D&D
It's
did.
way more narratively satisfying because you're like, Theon betrayed the House Stark and destroyed them, and now he's like working for them again, trying to gain his like respect and honor back, working with the remaining son.
I thought they were going to get. I thought they were going to get annihilated in
redeeming
Winterfell.
story
Though.
arcs.
I really thought Winterfell was going to be an annihilation. I thought we were going to lose a ton of the characters. It was setting up to lose a ton of them there,
Yeah.
and they would have had to retreat and Jon Snow, and I don't know who else, because I wouldn't have even if Arya had died. Okay, but
I would
expected
not have
Jon
shed many
Snow
tears.
No,
on
no,
that.
but I
It's
expected
like,
Jon Snow to go down to King's Landing and be like, "The fucking coming, trust me, they are coming, and this is all we got left." And then that's where I expected the proper ending to be.
Yeah. The White Walkers and the Night King and stuff should have kept going until the final episode. They should have been the big bad of the whole series. Instead, they're just like pushed aside because it's like, we can't think what to do with them.
Fuck the throne. It's not important.
Yeah.
Arya was a character that ran out of things to do like 2 seasons earlier, and just it's like we don't have the heart to kill her, so fucking we'll just have her do everything basically.
Which is the exact same for Tyrion, but he ran out of things to do 4 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
He just became a mopey twat.
Yeah.
Well, he still is.
Well, as he just wanted the white people
now.
dead,
Yeah, I just wanted the white people to go off into the sunset at the end.
Yeah.
Who the fuck thought there was ever going to be a happy fucking ending?
No, nobody wants a happy ending for all the characters. That's not what we were there for.
We were there for I was excited for Winterfell because I was just like, who is going to get wiped? Because I just thought tons of them were.
The show originally started to spread through word of mouth because how shocking it was that one of the best, most altruistic characters was killed at the end of season 1. Just the main character, classic hero, executed. It was just like, geez. You should watch this show. It's pretty interesting. But no, we wanted all the white people to walk off into the sunset.
When we were talking there about unexpected things, like the Red Wedding was a good example of stuff that kind of you don't see coming. And then a bunch of characters that you really like, who are the classic heroes again. Just get killed in like just brutal fashion. I think for a lot of people, that was a defining moment for Game of Thrones. Like, holy shit, this show does not fuck around.
Yep.
Orchestrated by Chad Lannister.
Well, that's what you want. You want to always think like you want Jon Snow to win, but you always want to have in the back of your mind, but he could fucking lose because Ned Stark lost.
Yeah.
Because Robb lost. Because all of these people lose along the way. Like maybe he does lose, and they never do that either. They don't commit to him losing or winning, and it's like this is the least satisfying jerk off I've ever had from a show. Come on, get me there.
Some people thought that at Winterfell there was a chance that Jon Snow was going to get turned. So Jon would have been turned with the Night King. But no, nothing. He just screamed at dragons. But like when he like had that moment with the Ice Queen, he was gay. Let's just be honest, Ice King was gay. And he had that moment, and they just split them up. And it's just like, what if you split them up? Then the zombies would have just piled all over him anyway. And so none of that thing made any sense towards the last few seasons.
That's the magic of Hollywood, everyone.
Yay.
Speaking of which, there's another show that's out at the moment.
I was gonna say, anyone watched any Luke Skywalker TV shows recently? Because I caught an episode.
I'll tell you what, MauLer, I'm really enjoying Mandalorian season 2.5. It's been great.
Yeah, man, they fucking put the wrong intro on it. It was so embarrassing. It said Book of Boba Fett. I was like, oops. They don't usually do that, but hey, yeah, that's fine.
I think because like just to check amongst our panel, like, are you guys watching it and are you kind of up to date with it or?
I am watching it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Know, like, oh man, it's kind of entertaining, but I don't know.
I think like because it's funny how people are now like, oh yeah, it's really picked up the past couple of episodes. It's like those are the ones that don't have any Boba Fett in it. Like,
dude, it'll be out eventually. But our reaction, we saw him in a scene and we were like, finally he's back. Okay, fine. The scene eventually ended. I was like, wait, did he say nothing? Did he not say anything?
Everyone is more badass than him. And,
yes. I'm gonna say it. They always have been. He's always been a boring character. I don't know why everybody likes him. No, you grow up. When you were a child, you thought like a child. Now that you're an adult, you leave behind childish things. Boba Fett was always a bitch. He died in a giant sandy vagina. He is uninteresting. He's a terrible character. Why does everybody like him? Oh God,
I think he's like Ryan Reynolds for me in that he's kind of cool in small doses, but like I don't really want an entire show based around him because he just becomes kind of boring and annoying. And
you got your wish.
I think
Yeah,
you can make it
exactly.
work, but they didn't
Enjoy.
try to make it work. They made it terrible. He cared more about Tuscan rights than his own interest in life. Why? Why was any of this happening?
Because Tuscan lives matter.
But why does he care?
Because they're indigenous people, MauLer. You bigot.
Those
The
5
sands of
minutes that he had in the
Tatooine.
Sarlacc pit just changed you as a man.
That's what all the fans are saying. It's like, it makes sense. He had a near-death experience. Of course you care about Tuscan rights after that. It's like, what?
He's swallowed so much sand. It's part of him now.
Yeah.
It's a
I
through
think
line,
the funniest
you know?
line of the show was when he's talking to Fennec and he's like, we can't be just taking contracts from idiots anymore. We're smarter than them. And I just thought, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
I'm
Yeah, you
not
see-
watching this. I saw the first episode and then I dipped. And then I
You-
watched the last episode because I knew you guys wanted to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. So
Other
much
than
stuff
that, I've
to
had
talk
no
about.
interest in this.
I
Oh.
find it infinitely rich that he blames Jabba / the Empire for his jetpack fucking up and then slamming into a barge. Like, how the hell is that their fault, you idiot? That was your fault. He's such a bitter old man in this show. Like, God, I hate the fact that I was almost killed by my shitty like contractors. Like, Vader gave you insurance on your takes. He gave you all the information you needed.
Aw,
He's pretty strict with the job, and he treated you with respect. It's like, shut up.
sulking.
the Rancor was sad. I think that's an important thing.
Oh, sad Rancor.
It's just so like it's funny as well how he's cooing all over it like it's a little puppy or something. Like, oh, he's a good boy. It's like, this isn't Boba Fett. What the
Dude,
fuck
he's gonna
is
ride
this
it in the
person?
final episode. He's gonna ride it out there. Someone will shoot one blaster in its face and it'll fall over, and he's like, "Oh, shit."
It really felt like with the writing room for this one, they were like, you know, what can our storyline be for Boba Fett? Okay, he's taken over Jabba and he's now trying to be a crime lord. We can't think of enough ideas to spin this out into a whole series. Okay, let's do a bunch of flashbacks where he lives with the Sand People and like it's just really slow and protracted, and he learns respect for them, and then like that just brings us up to date. Okay, we still don't have enough plot. Fuck it, let's just bring the Mandalorian in for an episode or two, and like throw in Luke Skywalker as well because people like that from the last one.
And Baby Yoda.
That's kind of where we're at.
Baby Yoda's doing flips.
Yeah, he wants to eat a frog and stuff. Like,
Oh, it's such substantive content. It's not at all a distraction from the fact that there's no content in this season at all.
it's
So glad.
yeah.
Well, when the show's called The Book of Boba Fett and you're 6 episodes deep and a third of your show hasn't had Boba Fett in it, yeah, I'd say you're pretty sparse on story.
They have no
I
idea.
haven't seen him read any books so far.
We
So,
originally thought that it was a
con.
matter of them deciding to bring these things in because Boba Fett alone was like shit, but I think it's the reverse at this point, that they had created the 2 episodes we've just seen, but they didn't have much else, and they were like, can we rush out a Boba Fett thing by now, and then we just add
Oh.
these on? Because the 4 episodes we had of Boba Fett, I don't think it would have taken them that long to do them compared to the Mando
Wow.
episodes we've seen.
Yeah, what if they were leftover episodes from season 2 of The Mandalorian? And they're like, well,
I
we
think
wouldn't.
they're the season 3 premiere.
Mm.
Oh.
But that got scrapped because of COVID and Pedro Pascal not having enough time to do X, Y, and Z, or contracts not being secured, probably. I know there was a lot of stuff about that after season 2 finished, because he complaining that his face wasn't seen enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's
he
not
might
really
have,
the kind
he
of
might have
face I
threatened
want
to
to see
pull
a
out.
lot of. Like,
And so
And he
then they were like,
signed-
"Is anyone reliable here?" And Tamura Morrison's like, "You can use me for literally anything. I'll do it." And they were like, "All right." Not
Well,
a
he-
knock against the man, but he's more reliable probably than Pedro right now.
Yeah, because Pedro's signed to do The Last of Us. He's filmed The
Yep.
Last of Us series. So.
Well, he's
Yeah.
a star. Like, he's got access to a lot of different projects right now. Tamura Morrison's Star Wars. Like, he's probably looking to play Boba for as long as he can now.
I mean, yeah, like the guy must feel good to have done this role like 15 years ago, and suddenly gets the phone call like, "Hey, could you
Yeah.
come back? We're going to do another series with you." Like, yeah, sure. Fucking, I got nothing else to do. Yeah, what I really wanted with this show was to see more of him in his pants when he's getting like in that tank thing, you know, because like I really want to see like a paunchy middle-aged man like walking around shirtless.
You just
God
say the
damn,
word
man.
and I'll make it happen.
I was gonna say this can
Yeah,
be
like, why
arranged.
wasn't
Critical
he
Drinker. What do you
naked in
think?
that-
DM me after this says or something.
I would have enjoyed
mean-
a naked fight with the Black Wookiee. That would have been fun.
Why gotta be black?
He was black. Dark
I was saying to a
Wookiee.
friend,
Matter.
like, imagine Tamura watching the show with his family to be like, "Yay, Star Wars and stuff," and then like these 2 episodes have happened. His kids are like, "How come?" And he's like, "I don't know." Just like,
They didn't tell me about this bit.
I can believe it, and he's just like, "Yeah, there's other stuff with me, I think." And then he turns up for that scene, doesn't speak, and he's like, "There I am."
Daddy's character was sleeping this episode.
Eddie, why'd you say you were filming for 6 weeks? What were you doing?
Exactly.
Shut up. Don't tell mom.
There's like a lot of strange receipts on your credit card bill. It's like, I don't.
Why did you have to get so many massages for this role?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the fact that Mando season 2's finale, everyone was like, "Woohoo, awesome, Luke," and now we've seen the results of that, which is you guys like Cad Bane, right? You guys like Luke. You guys like Baby Yoda. You guys like the references to Order 66. You guys like Cobb Vanth. What else have we got in our bin?
The 501st, the 501st
Yeah,
at the Jedi
501st.
Temple.
Yeah.
I just like, man, this is kind of going further than the joke that we would often make. Like, oh, they'll shovel the cameos. It's like, no, this is it. We've got it. This is it. And the final episode is probably going to be even more. Han Solo.
Ahsoka. Don't forget Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, of
Han-
course.
yeah.
How could I
Ahsoka.
forget?
But yeah, it's just jangling keys in front of you, just a bunch of shiny stuff to keep you amused and keep you distracted. And Book of Boba Fett has just become exactly what I feared when Mandalorian was kind of successful. It's like it's just opened the floodgates to a bunch of stuff that's just throwing as many kind of things and as many references to the Star Wars EU as you can. It doesn't matter if it doesn't really tie together. Just have a really loose plot that allows you to work all this stuff in. Good enough.
I like the detail that Baby Yoda was at the temple while like all those kids were being killed. Like, I don't know, that was kind of a nice flashback.
The way you said that.
Yeah.
He was like,
but they're clearly holding back who saved Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also it's not great for consistency because Baby Yoda was taught how to heal. Nobody in that fucking temple should know how to do force heal with how none of the people used it when they needed to. So like, it's not helping. But there's a couple of other things some fans let me know as well about the show, like fucking up continuity. But that's not exactly a shock. What I was actually going to mention as a comparison, right? Because this, I don't know how aware of Cad Bane you guys are.
Yeah,
I know enough about him to have seen him be like, oh, there he is, and I know his name. But there's plenty of people who may watch this show have no fucking clue who he is. I think a point of comparison. So there is, yeah. Drinker has seen Arcane. I know I have. I'm not sure if I think Az hasn't yet. Rekeita and Chrissie, have you guys? No. Okay.
No, I heard it's really good though.
Is Baby Yoda in it?
Oh, of course. Every episode.
Yeah, keep your eyes open. You might see him.
There's No Way Home would probably be a way to reference this as well, but like Arcane versus something like Book of Boba Fett in terms of how they're handling fan service, I think there's a very I would love to see that. That'd be great.
Me trying to look after Baby Yoda.
You awkwardly stumble into the room, dodging all of their blaster
Just go like, take a fucking drink, boy.
Like, that's the wrong bottle, Dad.
It'll give you courage.
I think he would just like force choke me, like, oh, fuck you.
So the Arcane show is adapting a whole bunch of like very popular characters from a video game, right? So you got to be careful about how you handle the game fans versus the story you want to tell. There's a person that's in a room. He's talking to one of the main characters, and the guy says, "What's your name?" And then he says, "Who are you?" And he says, "I'm assistant to the like main scientist," and blah 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 blah. He doesn't give his name, which normally you might be able to point that out, but I think it flows really well in the things. You're just like, huh, he's given his station rather than his name. It's important right now because he's like interrogating our main character. But end of episode 2, I think is near the end of episode 2, the guy says, "I never even caught your name." He just looks at him and says, "It's Victor." And he's like, oh, okay. Anyone who's watching the show would just be like, that's his name, cool. Anyone who's played the game then goes, oh shit, that's Victor. It's this cool payoff because only game fans will know where he's going to end up, knowing that that's his name. They were aware of that when they made the show. It doesn't interrupt show watchers. If you watch Cad Bane's introduction, it's funny because Cobb is like, "Who are you?" And he keeps talking, and then he says, "You didn't tell me who you are." And then he looks up at him, and you see his face, and he stares at him, and the music cue is like, oh, Fucking Rags was like, "Who the hell is this?" It's supposed to mean something, I
You
guess.
didn't hear
And
the
I was
music?
like, I was like, "What is this? It's Bane, this bounty hunter." Ooh, like, that's all I got. It's such all the cameo shit, man. It's so awkward because I just can't unsee the idea that Lucasfilm are like, look, we don't have any stories, okay, but we have these.
We have callbacks to the Clone
Yeah,
Wars.
it's like-
Remember when you used to like our properties? Remember that?
Yes,
Here,
yeah.
please remember it. Please.
Can you remember
Yeah.
some more, please?
Oh, it's like a
Pepperidge
divorced
Farm.
dad showing like happy family photos.
Yeah.
Remember this? We went to Disney World.
Remember that one
I-
time
I-
a year I saw you and I took you to all the fun things. We did all the fun things that one time of the year. Like, but Dad, you weren't at my soccer games. Well, fuck you too,
Aw.
Billy.
Dad has a life too.
Yeah. Daddy
You
had
know,
to go and visit his special friends. But no, it's like all it does is just kind of shine a spotlight on how, you know, the series has fallen. Like the whole franchise of Star Wars has kind of just fallen from view. You know, when you see stuff like this and it reminds you, oh yeah, I remember Luke Skywalker when he was cool and awesome, and now I just see it and I'm like, oh fuck.
But
Yeah.
even in this episode, with all the saccharine, there was like plenty of little jabs at Luke. You know, we had him when he's training. Ahsoka says, he says to Ahsoka that it feels like Baby Yoda's remembering more than I'm training him. And then those stupid spider robots, which are ridiculously
Oh,
oversized.
yeah, they're like
they
ants.
they built that horrible fucking
They're like,
hut where he goes to just die.
kill people.
Yeah, he just goes to just forget his powers and sit and fucking die for 20 years and cry. So it's just like, ugh. I was looking at that going, ugh.
Well,
I mean, I think that's
mentioned the
obviously a
drinker.
different one. Like I think that's the temple that's going to get burned down by
yeah,
by
he's gonna try
Kylo,
and kill Kylo
ultimately.
Ren in there.
But it's the same. Yeah. But the hut that he was in, like
The-
the stone.
Yeah, they're all the
that
same
looked
basic
exactly
design,
like
I
what
guess.
he was in The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, this is supposed to be a Jedi temple, and it's built by these like just generic droids. Like,
Hmm.
shouldn't it be built by hand or something, or shouldn't you use
No,
the
by the
force to like
Force.
move
Yeah,
it?
by the
Yeah,
Force.
yeah,
The
just
Force.
all this
side.
stuff.
You'd imagine that the trainees and the masters
yeah,
would be
wax
building
on, wax off.
Yeah.
Just build the thing.
The other bit that just got me as well was like when Mando shows up there and like there's nobody really to greet him. It's just droids everywhere. R2 shuts down and he's standing there like,
That
why
was
won't you
weird.
talk to me? Come back to life. What's going on? And then he's like, what are you droids doing? Why is no one talking to me? It's like,
Is any- he literally
fucking
says-
look around, move, go
Yeah.
somewhere, like investigate.
He shouts
You
out,
just
"Is anyone
like
here
fucking
alive?"
lie on the
People.
bench all day and just wait.
But they built him
so
a
weird.
bench.
Yeah, it's like if I saw that, I'd be like, well, I'm gonna go and look for Grogu, I guess. Like I might have to do some walking. You know, it's kind of what I do. I'm like a bounty hunter. I find things.
They
Shouldn't be
never
that
gave,
hard.
They never give a reason in TFA for why R2D2 shut the fuck down, so I guess this is consistent. He just turns himself off
Yeah, that was
randomly. It's just like,
weird. That was really
okay,
strange.
why?
So to be
This is just a
fair,
classic old person move. Like I can't be bothered answering your difficult questions. Like,
He's tired.
to be
Like,
fair,
they don't pay
so
me to be the receptionist here.
yeah.
so we homeschool our kids, but that means that we do a homeschool co-op a couple times a month. So we take our kids and they go to like classes that are taught by different people.
That's
And
cool.
so I teach a class, and so I had to teach the first session, and then I have 2 sessions off. So I fucking R2D2'd right out of there. I sat on a chair, lights out. I was like, I'm stuck
For
here.
your classes, do you just show your old live streams? Like from,
No, I don't think
trial?
so. Why are you
Yes,
drinking
that's
so
what a
much?
winner does.
There you go. You can't find anything without the magical tracker device, which is the
You're
most
right.
baffling
to
piece
fucking
of
sleep.
equipment I've ever seen because it just kind of beeps, but somehow people interpret that to mean like what direction they need to go or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
God,
literally
it's
just
so
got a light
stupid.
on it that flashes. That's all it does.
Why didn't Grogu sense his presence?
He kind of did for a minute. He sort of looked and did a little like, but.
But he
don't
looked
know.
at his spaceship taking
Yeah,
off.
I
Right,
think
and
they
that
were- I think they were
wasn't
just
even
looking
his
at a
ship.
spaceship,
That
yeah.
wasn't the ship that he remembered. It was a different ship.
But it's a
That's
ship,
true,
though,
yeah.
right? I'd
Oh,
live in a ship
I
to
like
lift
the
it
way
off.
that who's he called? Thingamajig Elephant. he said, "Is that a Naboo starfighter
Yeah,
you got there?" So okay, yeah, we kind of
Well,
we get it.
It was funny
Yeah.
because I think Jay at that point was just like, does he know what that is? Does he go to Naboo semi-regularly to see their starfighters? It's just like, God,
Maybe
it's
he's
such
like
an
an
they-
old car
audience.
guy.
Well, they were like the Teslas of the Star Wars
Oh, yeah,
universe, I
okay.
guess. Like everyone just kind of knows them. They're like
Everyone
famous.
knows him.
But like as well, I if this had been a different show, right, and they'd actually had more plot to get through, they would have just had him get given the ship and it's like assembled and ready to go. But nah, we got like a 15-minute sequence of them working on it and slowly putting it together. And it's literally just to eat up screen time. That's all it is. It's just like we got to waste some time here because we got no actual story to work with.
Which is insane because he's a bounty hunter. Do you know how easy it is to make fucking bounty hunter stories?
You literally have a
on.
variety show universe built in. Just do whatever you want. The story can be anything. It's just another bounty, right? Like, it's simple. Fucking hell.
What if the Mandalorian lady had, instead of a little shirt, made Baby Yoda like something to put his lightsaber in, so they could like he wouldn't have to choose.
She's got something to put his lightsaber in. Don't worry
Heyo,
about it.
why
Oh
did
my
she?
God.
Why did she steal Frodo's mithril armor?
Yes, really looked like it.
I have a question. Why the fuck would you consider giving a lightsaber to a baby?
He's like 50 years old. He's a 50-year-old baby.
He also goes goo goo
Still a
gaga
baby,
and
though.
doesn't, like, he
He's
eats
like-
frogs
Wait.
randomly.
A 50-year-old
Aw.
baby. He's a Marvel writer. That's amazing.
He's like the opposite of dog years.
Poor fucker doesn't know what it is. He'll kill
They live
himself.
to be about 1,000 years old. His
Yeah.
race. So
So I mean, wait another fucking 100 years. Let him get to at least teen Yoda.
Aw. He probably
You
had to
could've-
offer him something cool from the Jedi side, so that it's like, oh, it's either this cool Mandalorian shirt or like nothing. He would have probably gone for the shirt, but he's like, okay, here's this choice.
Or it's like a glass of that green milk from his fucking island. It's like, which one are you gonna choose?
A thing full of frog eggs.
Yeah.
I could just,
Yeah.
like, they did call child services. Like, when Luke had the little machine attack him and it blasted him across the side, and then he immediately was like, you have to get back up. It's like, okay, Luke,
Aw.
you didn't calm down, man. Like,
I was really interested to see how they were going to do that, because normally it would shoot beams, blaster bolts at you, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, are we going to see
He's shooting
Baby
at
Yoda
his
get pummeled
foot.
here?"
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let
it
him grow up
shoots
just
the
a little
ground
bit
next to
more.
him, so it just kind of knocks him over. Yeah,
I
it's all very
still-
tactful.
I still think if Mando saw all of that, he'd be like, yeah, no, actually, maybe not. I'm gonna take this baby and, just take him somewhere else. That's fine.
Aw.
yeah, so it's just how the fuck did Luke get Yoda's lightsaber?
That doesn't. Someone actually sent me a message saying in Disney canon, that lightsaber was destroyed. It was actually destroyed in their like comic or whatever relating to what happened after Yoda dropped the lightsaber. So I don't
Yeah.
think they care about that anymore. But
Mhm.
yeah, Luke went to Coruscant and asked.
Had to look around.
I guess he.
Went to the
okay.
pawn shop.
The other bit that I really liked was when Ahsoka and Luke are kind of standing together and they're watching like Mando's ship take off and leave. And they're just having this really vague conversation where like neither person seems to be actually talking to the other. They're just saying stuff. And I honestly just wanted Luke to turn around and go, "Why the fuck are you even here anyway?"
Why was she there? Where
I
did
don't know. She's just
because-
there.
Because she would have looked at the screen and said, "People like me," so that's why I'm here to say hello.
It's-
She might be in the finale. Who knows?
I have to
It
go
reminds
to
me-
film
it-
my new series.
It reminds me of the Marvel shows on Netflix, Daredevil and stuff, before everything Marvel got fucked over. Where Rosario Dawson just played this character that just fucking showed up in every series, like with no
Yeah.
particular explanation. She was just always there, and it just kind of reminds me of that. It's like, nah, she's just a person that's always around, I guess.
Hmm.
It's weird.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
her
the night
series-
nurse.
How long until her series is like gonna come out?
Ahsoka series is, I think it's meant to be out end of this year, isn't it?
Well, there you go. Get excited.
Mm.
I can't, dude. The fucking end scenes of Boba Fett. Like, I imagine it'll be like 3 clips that give different people different show setups. Just like,
Oh no.
gotta get ready. More content on the way. Because this was just a stepping stone. They clearly didn't care about it as a show.
Yeah, it's just like a holdover, I guess, to get some other stuff set up.
When Ahsoka said, You're so much like your father. It's the great of Luke Durant. Fuck off.
Dude, I
What do
wish.
you know?
I fucking
Fuck
wish
out of
if he said just like, don't say that again.
Yeah.
Or just like fucking force chokes her or something. It's it's man. It's so annoying because they've got these amazing characters to work with, but they're just doing absolutely nothing with them. You know, if you've got the ability to bring Luke Skywalker into your show, damn, like the things that you could accomplish with that. But
Do you know
no,
that his voice is synthesized?
it must
Really?
be, yeah. Well, I imagine
Like
as you get older, then
Well,
like
it's
your
why,
voice gets deeper and stuff.
If you listen to everything he says, it sounds a bit off in that he doesn't like raise his voice or lower it. Really, it's all
very
of like a particular
calm.
level.
Mhm.
I thought Mark Hamill
it's
did
very-
the audio and then they tweaked the audio to make it sound younger.
From what I've heard, they took his readings of like older audiobooks things and put it all into a algorithm, and then they managed to scramble that up into actual sentences. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true.
Wow.
What?
I'm
So it's
sure
not even
he-
him giving this particular performance. It's literally just a
Well,
synthesized
he
voice
said
completely.
the lines at the end of season 2 of Mando.
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
Jesus, this
But
is where we're at. The
I'm
way
not a
it's
fan
like,
I'm just not a fan of
Maybe
it
need you.
in general. It makes me uncomfortable. The whole like, it's almost like they're almost able to synthesize a person. It's just like, ew.
that's almost where we're at now. I mean, the CGI for his face is better. Like,
Definitely,
the
yeah.
deep fake and looks more convincing now. But then that's almost like more terrifying. The fact that, yeah, you can just, create this entire performance out of nothing. Really, just archive footage. That's all it takes.
As long as he keeps his face like facing forward, it's perfect. But you don't see him like move it around at all.
That's probably deliberate.
Meaning Luke. Yeah.
I did notice that the
I haven't
the
seen
first-
MauLer's face move this entire time, so
Wow. I'm just a really good actor.
the first few times he spoke as well, it was always from behind, so you never saw his face move. So I thought, are they going to continue to do that? And then you did see him speak from the front, but I thought they were trying to cover that up initially.
well, Disney's used to speaking to their fans from behind, so that's
Ayo.
Ew, because they're bent over.
thank you. Thank you.
Weird.
Yeah.
Thank you for shackling the leash on and walking me to the joke. Unbreaded.
Yeah, I don't know. To get us back on topic here, let's talk about Boba Fett in the Boba Fett show. What did you guys think of the character work in the last few episodes?
I'm looking forward to seeing Boba Fett at some point in this show. It's going to be good.
He was there. He
man.
was there. What are you talking about?
He nodded really well.
Yeah.
But then
I
he's
just,
also the actor also has the complaint of he doesn't want that much dialogue. Like he
I
even
don't think
says
this is what he meant.
No dialogue, no show.
I think you have to.
devil deal, isn't it? Like, oh, I'll make it so you don't have dialogue. You got it.
Yeah.
Like,
You won't even
It's
be
like
there.
Joey in Friends where he says, "Oh, I improvise all the time," and then the writer's like, "Improvise, will you?" Kills him off the next episode.
I think, when you demand stuff like that, you really have to think, how is this going to play out on screen and what's it going to do to my character? If literally everyone else has to do my talking for me, it kind of makes me seem a bit redundant. And this is why it feels like this should just be Fennec's show. Like, she should just be Boba Fett, essentially, in this, and just doing all the cool stuff, because she does most of the work anyway. And she's the one who's, like, always cautioning him to, like, take a hard line on people that are challenging him and strike first and all that. Like, the stuff that the original Boba Fett would absolutely have done. And this old confused man is just like, no, we will wait.
Yeah, and Fennec was
something
basically
like that.
leading that meeting, that like 4 families meeting that they were putting together.
Yeah. So, like, all those people, if I was one of those delegates there, I'd be like, who the fuck's actually in charge here? Because it kind of seems like she's the one who's making the decisions.
Are you supposed to be getting us snacks?
Yeah.
Boba Fett walking around with like a plate. Like,
Well, they'll look over at Boba Fett and he'll just be like, he'll just be slumped forward in his chair, like sleeping.
Would you like
No,
some
he's
cheese
nodded
on
up
a
again.
stick?
He has the Homer Simpson glasses that make him look like he's still awake.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if Tamura Morrison was actually there for this, or they just like CGI'd him into it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Dude, he
God.
got
no.
commissioned for 5 episodes, didn't he? He didn't get commissioned for 7, obviously.
He negotiated it down. It's like,
No.
we need you
Next
for,
week, the
we
end.
need you
Is
for
that
7.
it?
It's
Next
like,
week?
well, I'm going to do 5.
It's like this guy isn't Harrison Ford, where he's in high demand. You know, it's like
Yeah.
he should probably be grateful for every moment of screen time.
Maybe I'm a bit naive to assume he'll be in the finale of his own show. You know, maybe I'm jumping
Yeah.
ahead there.
Yeah, they'll just be like sitting around, like, oh man, I can't believe Boba Fett just died unexpectedly.
Well,
Is he
no,
gonna come
I mean,
back from this?
Well,
war
he
soon?
did. He did before. I mean, technically,
But what's
he's got
the,
a history of dying
Yeah, it's like he
unexpectedly.
just
Yeah.
walks over to the Sarlacc pit to look in and just trips in, and like, oh fuck!
No.
It's like, oh no, not again.
Great.
I mean, I know I haven't seen the series apart from one and this episode, last episode, but from what I could gather from this episode, is the finale just going to be the Dune spice traders are going to get into a fight with which the Syndicate
They
are
haven't-
going to get into a fight with Boba and his Vespa children.
They haven't told
That's
us
it.
why trading spice is bad, by the way. The show hasn't established that. It just says that they're doing it, and we hate them for that. It's like,
Well, they assume
oh.
we've watched Dune.
But they
We
might
need to borrow
genuinely-
from this other universe for a minute.
Well, yeah,
Have
because
you seen Dune spice, people?
Cad Bane says the line, but without saying it. He says something like, "As long as the spice keeps
Keeps flowing.
happening."
Yeah,
yeah,
something like
it says
that.
The spice
Like,
must flow.
Get the fuck out of here! Like,
Spice.
what are you doing?
You know what?
I
I'm
will-
kind of looking forward to is an antagonist in
Well, there
this
you go,
show.
Cad Bane. He's a big spooky antagonist.
But
now.
he's really just a henchman, isn't he? Like he's been sent
He's a
there as
bounty
the
hunter. He's a
mercenary.
bounty hunter.
Yeah, so it's like
Gregor, if you've seen the Clone Wars, you would have loved that he's here.
Well, you
Well, I
can't,
saw the Clone
you can't
Wars, it
have
was-
antagonists anymore anyway. It's all about the internal struggle of the tortured hero.
It's just-
That's what it's all about.
It's
Why would
weird.
you
It
want a
reminds me
bad
of-
guy? That is so rude.
it's like I reviewed Red Notice just today, and like when I watched that, the only antagonist in the movie just fucking dies like halfway through, and there's nothing left. It's really weird. It's just such a strange movie. Like by the end of the film, there's like just no one there.
Well, yeah, so the last episode is going to be the weird cyberpunk rejects plus the Wookiee plus Boba plus Fennec plus Mando plus Cobb Vanth, all with their guns fighting a bunch of henchmen that get killed easily, and then Cad Bane and Boba will have like a final shootout, something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Plus,
I've seen that
It's
before.
gonna be awesome, bro.
A quirky all girls band called the Spice Girls who come in,
Oh no!
get into the drug trade.
If you want to be my Wookiee, you
gotta go
got
with
to
my
do-
friends, and then they're like,
That bar that got blown up in this most recent
"Oh
Tragic.
yeah,
Tragic.
with the bar owner who, like, I don't understand what her character was or what her backstory was or anything. I just know that she was on screen a lot and then
She's
she
always
just
like-
died. Yeah. It's like that bit where the Wookiee's got like one of the alien things and he wants to rip its arms off. And she just, instead of just going like, no, like pay your bar tab if you let him go, like there's this like 10-minute speech that she gives that just drags on forever. And I think I passed out a couple of times in between. Again, it's just like,
history.
it's just eating up time. That's all it is.
Yep.
I guess because she's pretty. I don't know.
I mean, there's
Is it Jessica Biel that?
I don't think so.
I can't remember.
I thought somebody
don't-
said that was Jessica
I didn't
Biel.
recognize her.
I have no idea who this
That's
even
good.
is.
Yeah.
Well, she's
Han
a
Solo and
non-character.
Bobk in the
She-
finale.
Oh,
There we
for
go.
fuck's
There's the
sake.
question.
Yeah, probably.
I reckon there's a good more chance of Bosk or
You know,
what was the IG in Empire? IG 13 or whatever it was.
88,
Maybe.
right? And then you'll have
88,
Gengar
88.
as well.
Meh.
I want
bring
Jar
in
Jar
everybody.
Binks to be the one who's secretly pulling the strings on all of this. He's the fucking ruthless spice merchant behind
The
all of
Sith
it.
Lord.
He's
He's the
Dude, I
Sith
would-
Lord behind
That-
I
it.
would unironically say they've got balls if they brought in Jar Jar, but they won't. They don't have courage. They don't have anything. They're not going to do it, and that's sad.
They had
'cause Jar Jar is a great
legitimately-
character.
If they would have gone with the Jar Jar is a secret Sith Lord character theory, the fan theory, that would have been the greatest thing that could have possibly happened to Star Wars. It would have shown that they had actually thought through things and had real,
They had a plan.
like legitimate surprises for the audience that were also fulfilling. It would have turned a shit character into a really good character that the fans would like. I mean, they could have let kids grow, because that was the whole idea, right? Start with episode 1, let kids grow up with Star Wars again. They could have done that and let them grow up and realize that this character that was goofy that they loved was actually just an evil fuck the entire time. They should have done it. They should have just done it.
He's the Gungan that's the key to everything.
Oh, hey, man.
Yeah.
He gave Palpatine the emergency powers, you know? He's a bit
He
sus.
did.
I'm gonna fuck you
Yeah,
up.
he knew what he was doing. He wasn't some
knew.
pawn. He was the fucking king behind
And you
it
can
all.
change his voice then when he reveals it. He's like, Misa, not your friend.
Fucking amazing. Oh, God, it would have been great.
Oh man, I want this to happen now.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the guy who kicked over the box of spice, what was his name? The guy who like might be dead. He was shot.
Timothy
once,
Elephant.
That he wasn't just like,
Yeah.
you know, he wasn't just-
Little bit of it.
Like, I know that people in the third party stuff will know, but like Rags and Jay talked for a while. They were just like, so this spice stuff, is it literally put on food and makes it taste nice, or are we talking about something else here? Like, what is this thing? They
Yeah.
haven't said what it is
Yeah.
yet. I'm assuming it's a drug, but I don't know.
Was it even referenced in the OT? Like maybe Han Solo was a spice runner or something. But I know
think
like
so.
Poe Dameron had been in the past, but like that's pretty much all we got from it.
That's something they pulled out of their ass as well. In
Yeah.
the Rise of Skywalker, it's like he was a drug dealer. It's like he was okay.
It was so funny with that movie, like watching them trying to do 3 films worth of like backstory and character development just in the space of like an hour.
Yep.
God damn.
So is Timothy Oliphant dead, or has he just been shot?
He's
I
shot
think
in
he's
the
just
arm.
shot.
I don't think
Shot
he's
in the
dead.
Because they were kind of tending his wounds at the end of
Yeah,
it.
they wouldn't want to kill him. I don't think. Certainly not like that. That's lame.
But you kidding?
well,
like
you know
he's
what?
gonna get his own. He's gonna get his own spin-off show.
I wouldn't
like
be
everyone
surprised.
is.
Mm.
Spin-offs
no.
for everyone.
Is he going to be in the what is it, the Republic show that they're going to do?
I hope they call it an elephant never forgets.
I wonder if maybe he's Snoke. You know.
I'm hung like an elephant.
Oh. It all leads to the sequel trilogy. Everybody, how exciting!
Oh, I know. It all leads to Jake.
The
Oh shit! I've just like someone's pointed out something here. Every time Jar Jar talked to an important
Ooh.
character, he was motioning with his hands like a Jedi mind
oh
trick.
my God, a
Ooh.
Sith mind trick.
George Lucas, you insane fucking genius! The clues were there the whole time.
Did you guys catch when she was like, "This place is going to become a wonderful school to teach all kinds of people"? And I was just picturing the desolated, like fiery buildings and Luke
Yeah.
crying his eyes out. And I was just like, "God, fucking hell! Why do we have to deal with this?"
Luke's
shit?
going to have a bad dream and try and kill his nephew.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And then he's going to drink tit milk.
I mean,
What we all aspire to do, really.
That takes
taking
some-
this
that
conversation
takes
down a
some
dark
fucking
road.
sucking, dude. I'm telling you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm trying to think of all the other shows that we've got like lined up. We've got
Other
one for
shows.
Ahsoka. We've got one for Obi-Wan. We've got one for fucking Babu Frick, probably. Like this.
Bubble.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
be don't
Don't
be
knock him.
surprised if they announce a Fennec Shan show.
Oh God, this is the downside of online distribution. Like, because I generally love online distribution. I think it's great. I think we all benefit from it very, very well. But
Mhm.
fuck me if these studios are like, oh well, we can throw $200,000 at a project and just turn out a turd every single month, and that's what they do. Stop making so many bad shows and try just making one fucking good one, please. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is the streaming model that we've got now, isn't it? Like it's
Yeah.
just bingeable content that's like quick and easy to make, relatively cheap, and yeah, just content rather than stories. That's kind of where we're at now.
Well, Netflix has flat out said that it like they've changed the syndication model so much that now it's three seasons. because after 3 seasons, they find that series typically aren't bringing in new subscribers. So it's better to
Wow.
scrap a season or scrap a show after season 3 and get something else that might attract new eyes. And there's not much.
Wow.
People are always sticky to subscription services anyway. So outside of overwhelmingly offending them, like with Cuties, they're going to hang around and subscribe to Netflix, even if they stop making the thing that they signed up for. Because there's so much other stuff. You might see something and you might try something. So they don't really care about serving the existing fans so much. They just need to bring in more people, primarily in India and Korea and Japan and other emerging film markets where they can, which is why you see so much fucking Bollywood shit on Amazon Prime right now. But that they're tapping into these markets where they can just tack on numbers to inflate revenue. And it doesn't matter to make a good quality product that lasts 5 to 7 seasons anymore, because 3 is the new meta.
Okay.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because like there's got to be exceptions, though, right? Like, look, isn't Better Call Saul coming up to a 7th season?
I just read that they were being canceled.
Cancelled?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were finished. This is the
Yeah,
last
it's the
season.
final season.
Oh, I guess they're done then.
Well, one way or another, it's
kinda
stopping.
canceled.
So.
There's an article about like Netflix shows that aren't coming back. Well, yeah. All right. I guess
But-
they're not coming back.
But see, Better Call Saul started before that model really took hold.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so you do have these hangers on of syndication. Plus, it's coming from people who made Breaking Bad, and they were used to making how many seasons is Breaking Bad? It's quite a few. 5 seasons. That's the ideal length, in my opinion, because it's after 5 seasons where it's like, oh, our original story Bible has been exhausted, and now look at fucking Supernatural. Well, we already killed God.
That was in season 13. Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't they end
top
at, like,
that,
18 or
guys.
something? Yeah.
Like we already blew up the universe. Like, what's next?
How many seasons did they get to when they ended?
15.
Oh.
15. I will say the ending episode was pretty satisfying. Like it was.
They killed God.
No, well, I mean they kind of defeated God in, I think, season 4. And then he became a background character, like a mopey bitch. And then,
I remember
they kill him. They kill him at the end.
Well, no, because they thought God was a prophet, but the fans liked the idea that the prophet was actually God, and so they turned the prophet of the Lord into God himself. Gotcha the whole time.
Well,
that was a really convoluted way they did the whole God thing.
But you find out that he's God pretty, like, I think in season 4. I mean, it's not like they don't hide the ball till season 15 on Chuck. You know who he is.
No, Chuck, you don't find out is God until like season 8 or 9 when he turns up.
Is it that late?
I think it's the 200th episode.
Okay.
That you find out that in the first 4 seasons is Yellow Eye Demon.
Yeah.
That's the main focus, and you can tell the.
That was the arc.
Well, he had a 5-season arc, and you can tell from season 5 to season 6 the kind of.
Well, don't they kill the devil as well because Crowley takes over hell or whatever? From memory,
Lucifer's
they imprison Lucifer for a long time in the cage.
But like season 6's enemies are the Leviathans, and the way I remember, this is where I checked out because they were like, okay, this is actually a bigger deal than God and Satan. You're like, wait, how? And it's like, because these things were imprisoned by God and Satan, but now they're free, and they're like afraid. I was like, fuck off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're like, well, we have to make the big bad bigger and badder.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
So they best to be that.
The 5-season arc was the old, and now it's the 3-season arc, I guess, is what the new shows are being written for, and some of them sure they'll survive. And when they borrow like Game of Thrones, which has 98 books or whatever, they're gonna go longer. But
it's funny you said that about Breaking Bad. I'm pretty sure that Vince was set for 4 seasons, and AMC were like, you have to do at least 5, I think, contractually, or whatever. So you can see, I love Breaking Bad, but you can see they start to stretch some stories out. 4 and 5, they're trying to, because like the Gus stuff wraps up, and then they're like, we've still got another season we got to do.
When you think about it, like you write and you workshop a story so much before, like when these things, ideally, when they're coming to production, these things are well fucking edited. They're pared down. They've actually honed this out. They've gotten other writers to come in and work out kinks. And that's how a good story is done. It's how good books are done. And then you someone just imagine coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, we need another one." You're like, "I'm sorry, what? This is my life's work. I can't do another one
Do it again.
right now."
The example of that back in the day was Lost, where they they knew the setup and they had an ending in mind, and they were like, "Well, we can just spin it out as much as we want, depending on how successful it is." And then you ended up with like middling seasons, which were just absolute garbage, where suddenly the characters are time traveling back to the 1960s and stuff.
God.
It was just absolute nonsense, but all just done to waste time.
Well, it wasn't just that. Is that they wanted to bring the dad back in, but of course the dad was bloody the comedian from Watchmen, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh, he's almost Supernatural now, right?
He was he's too expensive to get back because he was then in Hollywood doing shit. So they're like, yeah, let's go back in time and then we'll bring his dad back in that way. And now he's 20.
Wait, hang on. Are you talking about Supernatural?
Yeah.
Yeah, Drinko's talking about Lost.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Both shows do that.
I was too polite to say, like, where the fuck did Az go with this one?
I thought for a second
It's
they
very
were lost my
petty.
The
mind.
latte
Like,
macchiato's hit me, dude. It's just hit me.
So everything's
That's just the
hazy
coffee
now.
talking.
Got it right to it. Sorry, we're talking about Supernatural, and I just started, thinking about Supernatural.
You're right,
and
though.
all
They did the same
wonderful-
shit. It's a form of jumping the shark in most shows when they bring in time travel because you're like, oh fuck, oh god, oh no, please don't. But
Don't do it.
yeah,
I was lost.
I can't believe they had time travel in Lost. I remember when they started up, I was just like, you can't be fucking, you're not serious. Like,
Or you can do what they do in literally every fucking Star Trek iteration. They have the temporal loop episode. Oh my god. My wife's been watching through. She just got done watching a bunch of the Star Treks, and then she watched Picard. And now she's just going back through all of them again because she's insane. And so she's she just hit the Next Generation's temporal loop episode, and I walked in. I'm like, "The hell is this?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's the one where they do the same thing over and over." I'm like, "Oh, they do this in every fucking Star Trek series." Like,
Yeah.
stop this entire trope, and it's terrible. I hate it.
You can have fun with it sometimes if it's well constructed, but then there's other episodes like there's one episode of TNG which is literally just a clip show. It's like, I don't know if there was a writer's strike at the time or something, and it's basically like, oh no, one of the crewmen has got this parasite thing on him and it's making him relive traumatic memories, and then it's like, boom, we're just going to show you a bunch of like scenes from previous episodes, and that's like 95% of the show. Yeah, it's just garbage. It's just wasted
But
time.
America used to have one of the like things that they used to do is they would have a clip show.
Stargate did it.
It was
every
it was the
every show
season
did
break.
it. Yeah.
It was like the mid-season break show. They sent all the actors home, and then some editor got paid extra to stick around because he didn't have a family, and so he hacked together some shitty story. And then they would do that. It was always around, it was like a 26 episodes or 23 episode season or whatever. It was around 12. It would always, oh god, the clip show. I hated that. It's like, no, I just watched this. I don't want to watch it again.
Stargate did have a really good loop episode like that, because it was that same idea of like, we're stuck doing the same day over and over again, and like they didn't know how to get out of it, and I think it was O'Neill and Teal'c that were trapped in it, and eventually they just said, fuck it, we're just going to mess around for a few of these loops, and they're starting like, punching people, and like they're teeing off their golf clubs like through the Stargate and stuff, because fuck it, they don't care.
The Groundhog's Day method, right?
Pretty much,
like,
yeah.
When Bill Murray, like, well, I'm stuck here, fuck it, I'm gonna go do whatever, do cocaine, fuck bitches.
Yeah,
dude, Groundhog Day is like the quintessential like base plate for all of those stories. Just like the best version of it ever. It's so good.
Yeah, it was an absolute nightmare to get made, though. Apparently, like Bill Murray and Harold Ramis just were at each other's throats throughout most of the production. Who would have thought Bill Murray could be difficult on set?
Shocked, I tell thee.
Yeah, I don't think that movie was the reason they didn't talk to each other for like 20 years.
Whoa, what happened?
they just fell out so badly. Like Harold Ramis was directing, Bill Murray was being Bill Murray, I think, and just like arguing over every creative decision, and like they I think they got into like an actual physical fight at one point. And basically by the end of it, they were like, yeah, fuck these, fuck each other. We're not working together again. That's it. And didn't speak for like 2 decades. And then it was
That's
only
why we got Woman Ghostbusters.
Essentially, yeah, that's why Bill Murray wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
And so Sony had just said, fuck it. Like, if you're not going to come back, we'll just do a whole new Ghostbusters reboot. And that worked out well, didn't it?
Oh, God. I'm just pissed that they ended up getting that shit into the box set. They never should have caved on it.
It was a digital code or something, though, wasn't it? It wasn't really there. It's not like they put it on an actual disc or anything.
They didn't deserve that.
No, no quarter, no inches given. Actually, they should have said no. And in fact, we're canceling all of your contracts for royalties. You're horrible people. We hate you.
Your movie's too shit, Paul.
They should have said, oh, thank you for reminding us, Paul. We're sorry it took this long to decanonize that movie, but here you go. It's done.
Well, really, what they should say is like, well, this movie lost us about, $90 million, so you actually owe us quite a bit of money. So yeah, we'll expect that payment soon, my friend.
Yeah, we'll pop you in the box set once you pay us. It'll be great.
We'll send you a PayPal invoice.
I can't believe
PayPal just lose 25% on its stock price today, by the way.
Sorry, Mo, you were just saying you couldn't believe it got funded.
Because it was like the first of its kind of like the kind of one of the first, I think, all-female reboots that was trending.
But why would that be a good idea? Like, what the people up in the places being like, yeah, this is a good investment.
They probably thought Kate McKinnon and Leslie Jones were like big enough to carry it.
I think, because I tried to understand how this got greenlit, and then I look at Amy Pascal and see like what kind of person she is. Like that interview that she did with what's his name? The guy who runs basically the MCU.
Kevin Feige.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, now it comes into focus. Like, I don't think she's all there.
Oh, is that the one where she was like high?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Checked out. Yikes.
Wait, I need to get a picture of her up just so people can get an idea of what she looks like.
Christ. See, I go with Dick Masterson's take on Ghostbusters. The reason it was successful is because he paraphrases it this way. They were garbage men, right? Like they're just these everyday blue collar guys. Happen to have advanced degrees, but they don't act like they have advanced degrees.
Yeah, they're not elitist.
They're just these guys out there fighting ghosts. That's the formula. That's why, like, if you're gonna do the female reboot or whatever, and try and bring the funny female comedians that they picked to do the show, okay, whatever. Not Ghostbusters. This is a men's story. It's how men address the problem. Oh, wait, ghosts are around? Well, we built this nuclear reactor that you wear on your fucking back and we shoot nuclear rays at it. That makes sense.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Solution.
What could possibly go wrong?
There's Amy Pascal.
Oh God.
That joke where they turn it on, they just slowly step back in the elevator as if that's gonna help.
Yeah. But it's when they turn it on, it's just
well, this is what I picked out, right? Is that like, because I compared these two scenes, like the proton pack in the elevator in the original movie. It's kind of like subtle, understated comedy. There's a little bit of like, deadpan humor there. It's very dry, like you say. There's, they Egon tries to back away from this thing, but it's like you're in a fucking elevator and it'd be a nuclear explosion to the face. That's not going to help. And there's even like a no smoking sign and stuff behind them, and yeah, it's like there's even that great dialogue between them where it's like, we've never done a proper bench test of this stuff, and Egon's like, yeah, I blame myself, and then Bill Murray just goes, yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
But then it's like, compare that to the new one where they turn it on and Melissa McCarthy's like, oh wow, she's got a real sweet purr.
Yeah.
And then she fires it, and it's like a fucking fire hose going off, and she's like getting thrown around this alleyway, and it's like, look at the fat lady getting thrown around. It's funny, right?
It's like a cartoon. It's just too much all over.
They don't realize that the actual joke was it took literal nuclear power to lift her fat ass off the ground.
Hey man, there's some realities that
Oh man, yeah, but that was I think that was the first movie that really kicked off. I don't know, what do we call it? The current phase of Hollywood, I guess. Like that's the first one I
Yeah, the
can think
remake
of.
it with chicks phase.
Pretty much, yeah. And then it was that real phase of every movie has suddenly become a battleground for all this
Yeah,
stuff.
how you fight the patriarchy.
Pretty much, yeah. And like a battle between, fans who don't want to see the legacy of like their favorite shows or their favorite movies tarnished, and then the new people who come in with the usual round of excuses like, oh, you just can't stand to see things change, and you can't stand strong female characters or diverse people or whatever the latest problem is.
No, that's
And
correct.
Yeah, put these fat comedians in a movie that isn't a rehash of another property, and just make a good thing. Like people like
Bridesmaids,
Melissa.
so good.
People like Melissa McCarthy. Like they like her. They think she's funny. So put her in a movie. She's made several that have been quite successful. Just don't put her in fucking Ghostbusters. It's like, what do I need? Do I need the Brie Larson remake of Die Hard next? Right? Like what? Where
It's called
her
Try Hard.
Like I think James Gunn set the perfect precedent. Someone like Pete Davidson, you bring them in, you shoot them in the face, and then they're gone.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That was so good.
that was the most satisfying moment of
I
that
cheered.
movie by far. Can someone actually explain to me why Pete Davidson exists? Like, why
Because
is
of
he
9/11.
famous?
His dad died in 9/11, and then his career blew up.
I mean,
It's
that's
so did
pretty.
his dad.
Aaron Berg who's a really funny comic from Compound Media. He's like, he has this joke where he's like, "Oh, 9/11, or as I like to call it, Pete Davidson Career Day." So, funny.
Damn.
But yeah,
Like,
he's
I mean,
that
man, like
advantage.
whenever, like if I've seen him on Saturday Night Live, like he's just death. Like, I mean, most of SNL is
fair,
like that anyway. But
Yeah, I was gonna say he fits
damn.
right in at that point.
Yeah, he always seems like super high, always phoning it in, like doesn't care about how he looks. Like, I don't know. Apparently having a huge dong can take you
Do you
just
see
about
his
everywhere.
impersonation
Yeah.
of Joe Rogan? It was
Oh,
spot
that
on.
so
Oh.
bad.
painful, fucking painful, man.
Just eating the pills. Comedy gold.
It was comedy gold, yeah.
Comedy gold. You just don't appreciate genius when you see it, guys. That's all.
I don't.
This, because I know,
just
like, we're coming at this from the point of view of Brits, so it's not really a thing for us. But like, does fucking anyone watch SNL in America?
No, every once in a while, like I'll check in, I'll watch like a video, and I'll be like, "Ugh, still horrible. See you in a couple months." But no, I don't. People are not sitting down to watch it. Like maybe you see a clip if it's trending, or some celebrity appearance makes it trend. Like when the Kardashians were on, people were or Kim Kardashian was on, people watched some of it, but generally no.
I've just got like
last
the whole chat is just filled with like, nope,
Nope.
Yeah.
not at all, no.
No, they sold their relevancy and social credibility by stopping making fun of both sides or all sides, which is the only proper way to do comedy is to make fun of fucking everybody. And that's why South Park has been around forever. That's why they can persist. It's why Simpsons stopped being funny but used to be funny. It's why Family Guy stopped being funny but used to be funny. They used to just make fun of everybody consistently, and it's fine. We could all take the piss out of each other all the time and out of ourselves, and we can laugh about it. That's been a foundation of comedy forever, and they forgot that. They're like, well, no, I have to show my allegiance through comedy. It's like, that's the worst medium to show any allegiance through. Please don't. I don't want to know your opinion.
I think you're assuming like people on the left can actually make fun of themselves and have a laugh. It's like that's a false assumption, sir.
No, levity has been killed. It's shot in the face like Pete Davidson.
Yeah, it's like not comedy anymore. It's a way for people to like make a nod to Hollywood. Like, yep, I have all the right opinions. Like, yep, these aren't really like jokes for comedy's sake. They're like jokes for virtue signaling sake. Like, hey, just letting everybody know I'm on the right side of this argument. Like, make sure to book me for future shit.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
I'll bring no people to your club. Please book me.
Yeah.
So, Hannah Gatsby's career then.
Who? I literally don't even know who that is.
Oh no, she's a hot mess.
She's a theoretical comedian, but
Yeah,
like
She's a
theoretically.
land whale.
Damn it.
like I take it her entire like shtick is just like, you know, men
She
are
was-
shit and
She
like
was raped. She's like, can't stop talking about it.
I mean, it
She was
doesn't
brave.
seem like the kind of stuff I would really go to a club to see, you know. It's, because I think even Dave Chappelle had a pop at her, and he's like, "Yeah, Hannah Gadsby's not funny." like
Yeah.
That was so funny when he did that.
I think that was his stipulation. It's like, I'll meet with the people at Netflix who are mad at me, but my stipulation is that like they have to acknowledge that Hannah
Yeah.
Gadsby's not funny.
Ah, it's so great. So perfect.
Oh, he's a genius, man. That's genius. Yeah, and then she was complaining that her Netflix deal didn't get renewed.
Yeah, imagine
like
our
what-
shock.
With that first special, she was supposedly done and quitting comedy, and then like she came back again with another special. I think it was called like Franklin or
promise?
Frankfurter or
Yeah.
something. It's like, you promised us.
This wasn't comedy to start with, but can you still quit?
But how do these people keep getting gigs? Like, I mean, there must be an element of like merit to it, where it's like, yeah, nobody is watching the stuff you're making. Like, nobody goes to your gigs. Nobody's watching the shows that you're doing. We can't keep
I
bankrolling
think
your
it's
nonsense.
similar as like mainstream media or like, you know, CNN, any of our like mainstream legacy media that's not getting the views, but it's pushing the message. So they still get the funding, and it still happens because it's not about views per se. It's just about like whoever's funding it wants the message pushed. And I think that's the case with Hannah Gadsby. It's like, she's not a
she's,
fan favorite, but she's a great example of like leading the charge.
She's
think it's
progressive. She's gay. She kind of ticks the
gross.
boxes that they want to put. Yeah, she hates. She's absolutely hates men. So you know, she ticks all the right boxes for the Hollywood elite to push.
Well, I think it's that, and I think it's interpersonal marketing with effectively the new HR, right?
Hmm.
So the people who went into HR were the people who weren't ever interested in money in the first place, and they go and they agendized the hiring process completely, because it's hard to imagine. But when you're in any secondary education or post-secondary education, I guess you talk to these people, you realize that there is someone out there with a literal passion for diversity in the workplace. Like when they wake up in the morning, they're like, how can I improve diversity in a workplace today?
I'm an
Like,
inclusion officer. I have a
Right.
job to do.
and it's not just some guy who got stuck with that position because he drew the short straw, like around the water cooler. It's someone who that's their thing to do. I learned this in law school when they asked us, and I was like, they're like, what is your passion? I'm like, I don't know. Making fun of people. And someone else is like, foreign literacy. I'm like, foreign literacy is your passion? In like you wake up and you're like, how can I teach the African babies to read? Is what you do, really? But there are people like that, and it's so mind-blowing. And so that happened, and then these people connect with those people who are the most dangerous people in any workplace ever. So they're going to keep getting hired, because if they don't, they've got enough stories to get someone to be. They don't even have to get them fired. They just have to fucking ruin them a little bit. They can keep their job and ruin them enough where they can't get a better job, and then they're stuck there in their loveless marriage forever.
And it's like people don't laugh at that. People laugh at what's funny. People don't laugh according to who is the most underrepresented minority victim group, and like that's how a lot of the hiring and booking for like mainstream comedy goes. Like, oh, let's have a really diverse show instead of like, let's pick who is literally at the top of their game, who are the unsung heroes, who are like the underdogs in the industry right now.
Well, I only laugh at trans, gay, amputee Iranian comics, frankly. I mean, that's it. That's the only comic I can laugh at.
Wow. What are the odds?
Going to the same places, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I won't laugh unless, and that's my beef with America's Got Talent. Like and this is gonna come off like sour grapes because I didn't like win or make it through very far. But it's like it's not a comic friendly show unless you're a full body burn victim. You were born with a tail. Your whole family's dead. Like you have to have the most sobbiest of sob stories, or if you're just a regular kind of like funny gal or guy, they're gonna be like, where's the human interest piece?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because unfortunately, that's what stupid fucking Americans buy. They don't realize that they're not actually entertained by that. I don't know what it is.
Don't worry, like Nick. That's not just confined to America. Like we're equally stupid here in the UK.
Well, we learned that in 1776, frankly. So I didn't need to be told.
Oh yeah, you're still fucking salty about that, aren't you?
Look what you are now, Mister.
Yeah, you sure you're better
We're
off without
Monday
us?
free over here. If you're stuck with your proper landlord,
We are standing by to take over again, sir. Don't worry.
Standing down, standing on.
Yeah.
what was it? World War III is just about to break out, and Biden's going, "We're going to get rid of any unvaccinated members of the military right now. Goodbye."
Yeah.
We
Honestly,
don't want our boys on the front line.
I am
off.
Sorry, go on, Draco.
I'm confident the U.S. military is going to attract the best and brightest after those recruitment ads that we saw. Where it's
Brightest hair color.
fucking cartoon.
It started with my lesbian mums in LA. It's like, oh my god.
Instead of
Thank
push-ups, it's
God,
gonna be like, how good are you at scissoring?
Yeah, I can still attend protests while I'm in the military. It's like, oh god, what are
Have you ever
doing?
seen Stripes?
We should have.
Bill Murray and John Candy and stuff.
No.
Probably back in the day. I think.
When they go to the army recruitment, they both sat down there. I think it's him and Harold Ramis just sat down there, and then the guy behind the desk goes, ask them a bunch of questions, and he just goes, "Are any of you gay?" And then they just sort of like look at each other and look back and go, "No, but we're willing to try."
Whatever you need, boss.
Yeah,
There we go.
whatever you need.
I think I've discovered the real reason for that ad. It's like you guys will be taking part in Operation Human Shield.
Yeah, Operation Cannon Fodder.
Can you grab into a little ball? Great, you're hired.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but if I have a murderous virulent virus, right, and I'm the commander in chief, I'm actively recruiting unvaccinated people, and they're going on the front lines. They're going behind enemy lines. I'm saying, cough on everybody. I don't care if you pull the trigger once. Just get one cough off before you get shot, please.
Yeah.
Get in there. Do your duty.
We got walking bioweapons, motherfuckers.
It's a cannon full of droplets.
And the Russians are going, I picked up a little bit of sniffles the other day. It's terrible.
Oh, you've been transferred to the front lines. Oh, fuck.
What's it? In like 10 years' time, we're going to be talking about my God, that terrible loss of life in the trans wars of
Don't worry.
28.
If you see an unvaccinated person, just hold your breath. It's just as good as wearing a mask.
Pretty soon, wars in the future will be fought running with people just running forward, screaming, "There are only two genders," and everybody else retreating. No!
Brought the psychological warfare again.
Yeah.
So funny. Like a sonic boom. I was like,
My pronouns are they, them.
Stop it!
You
Stop
can't
it.
hear
I'm
anything about movies.
triggered.
Be like, no, keep going.
Yeah.
You lose your hearing.
It's just, it's a wonderful world that we live in. It really
It's a
is.
wonderful life.
Yeah.
What a wonderful world.
I don't even know. It's just like when it's gone so far beyond farce, I don't even know what to say anymore.
It can be hard to make fun of it sometimes, yeah, because you're like, no, you that's what actually happened, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh shit, right.
The Babylon Bees job is getting harder and harder.
Yeah, they're getting put out of business. Like reality's caught up with them.
Mhm.
Please just let us make a joke without it turning real tomorrow.
Like, are we giving you ideas? Come on.
Oh, poor Babylon Bee. I can't wait for that front line, just that front line of trans flags, the pride flags just going across the old bunkers and everything. It's going to be wonderful.
It's going to remind me of that last episode of Blackadder. Like Blackadder goes forth, you know.
A fantastic season that everyone.
They're going to come over the top with the Crocs on.
Yeah.
With just a little flag, hot hands, cut off tops. Oh my
So
god!
Anyway.
I mentioned it at in the pre-show, and you guys, I don't think are familiar, but maybe Chrissy, I don't think you were there yet. Are you familiar with the UCLA Manifesto?
I was just reading about it earlier today, and yeah, I didn't read the manifesto. I don't know if that's published, but I was reading.
I've got the link if you want it. It's
Oh my god, is it a quick
800
summer read?
pages. It's
Oh.
As soon as you said there was a ton of N-words, I was like, I'm intrigued now.
Did you say there was like
There's
10,000 of them in those 800 pages?
It's like 10,000 N-words.
10,386.
No, need tonight.
It's yeah.
I want you to read every single one of them, Nick, and
I was
Are we
watch my
talking
channel
hard
just
R or, like,
evaporate in a mushroom
Oh.
cloud.
They're hard R's. I mean, I could if you want, I can pull it up. I pulled it up on my stream.
So this was an
but
adjunct professor?
This was he was a lecturer, postdoctoral lecturer, named Matthew Harris. He's a black gentleman. He hates everybody. He really hates Jews and mixed
my God.
people, and he hates blondes because they're fake. Blondes don't
Wow,
exist.
not all blondes are fake.
So what is the overall like purpose of this manifesto? What does he want?
He wants the terrorist N-words to activate.
Right.
Activate? What do you
He
mean,
wants-
like Transformers?
He wants all the N-words to activate and start murdering everybody and leave a copy of the manifesto by every corpse.
Oh
my
wow!
god.
He's a
That's
charming
a lot
individual.
to carry
Does he
around.
get,
By the
does he get
sounds of it.
royalties on these manifestos when they leave them?
I
Yes.
could only kill one person a day. These things are fucking huge.
He has a
Yeah.
conscience, he's like,
I had to stand by the printer and print off 800 pages.
So the best
Bring the
I,
victims to the printer. Could you mind coming over here?
the best I can figure out is this guy wanted to have sex with a particular white woman,
Oop.
and she was having sex with a white Jewish man instead. That's maybe an Asian.
See where
Maybe
the
an
anger's
Asian at
coming
the same
from.
time.
That's a villain origin story right there.
But I'm not even kidding. Like, as you start reading, like, he goes into these sporadic tirades against, like, why were you with that? Well, and then he has derogatory slurs for every single person. But he also hates Italians. They're almost as dirty as the Greeks and the Arabs.
wow. Who's making your food?
Literally, it's the funniest thing I've ever read, and it's page after page of gold. I can't take it.
I just love
We
the
do
fact that he
dramatic
took the
reading.
time to type out this tirade against everyone.
Yeah, well, he also
He
did
must
some
have really
videos.
wanted to fuck her. That's
But
what
you
I
read the
can
whole
say.
thing, Nick?
Yeah, here I'll if you want to
Damn.
bring it up, I will
I'm not
warn
sure
you,
I can show it.
there are a bunch of N-words on the document, but so if you want to show it, you can. The splash page here is not. There's nothing on it. It's just the
Yeah,
title
I'll bring
page,
up the
so.
splash page, but maybe not the rest of it. Just
Yeah.
there we go.
Oh,
Death
wow.
sentences.
If you
Oh,
want to
wow.
get some dramatic readings of it, I did a live stream a couple days ago and was reading. And I've incorporated a new segment into my show where I have a random number generator, pick a number between 1 and 803, and we read that page every show now. From now
I
on.
know what I'm
Does
wanking
it
off to.
end with like, don't cry for me, I'm already dead?
Kind of. There's seriously one. It's like, tell Dennis to exit the terminal at the gate. That's the last
What?
line in one of the chapters, and I'm like,
That's code.
he goes on.
Do you think he was
this
just?
rant,
But do you think he
and
was
it's
just dictating it, and it was like speech to text or something, and he's just like whatever stream of consciousness was coming out of his brain, he was just like, "Fuck it, I'll just say it."
Yeah, I have no idea, but it's 100 pages of it is the same phrase repeated over and over, and I think there's nothing here. I'll go to it because I don't think there's any offensive words in it.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Well, no, there are. You might want to take it
so
down.
much caps. Oh my
Wait,
god.
it's all
Nick.
caps. Oh my
Let me
god.
just vet it
Too
for
many.
N-words.
This is just, it's 100 pages
You know
of
what's
that.
so funny, Nick? This reminds me of like something the memes you see. They're like, oh, the first 5 words you see represent your personality, and like all the words you see are just the N-word.
The N-word, the kikes. Oh, it says shoot all the Asians.
Oh, all of them. But I need
Just
to
all
get
of
my
them.
nails done.
Bomb the gym, bomb the auditorium.
The
I mean,
gym?
Oh, my gym.
he
I
does
like
not
the
like the
gym.
gym. He
Why,
doesn't like
why the
any
gym? What's the gym ever done to
'Cause
him?
that's where the blondes are, I
Oh,
guess.
He does like Android 18 though. Found that
Okay.
out.
Okay.
He found that out in there. Oh yeah, here's chapter number 2 of book 5 is war happens, kill Kevin. I don't
Does
know
he
who the fuck
say-
Kevin is.
Does he say anything about Hannah Gatsby in there?
Yeah, do a search.
I mean,
I think
let me do a
we
search
should
on
probably
Hannah.
kill Kevin if war breaks out. That makes sense.
Let's see.
Well, it
find-
reminds me of this poor guy. This poor guy here. who wanted
Oh, here
to,
you go. Actually, yes. Number 336 on page 591. It says, I never met a bitch named Hannah that wasn't a bitch.
What?
Oof.
So there you go. That's the only
Definitive.
reference.
Wow.
Name the
Oh,
Shout
lie.
out.
There's
I mean,
there's
it's meant to say dope,
Or Pope.
I love that shit.
but
He also-
it just doesn't quite work, does it? Oh, poor
there's
guy.
another Hannah reference. It says, fly Hannah into Reagan International so I can instruct her to swallow my vitamins.
Whoa.
What?
Those are the 2 Hannah references in the entire text. So there
It's
you
a
go.
total mystery why this guy got arrested. Like, I just don't get it.
What was his lectures on? That's what I want to know.
So okay, someone from UCLA messaged me and they told me kind of what was going on. He sent homemade pornography to students.
Oh.
He gave
Homemade.
everybody a C except for hot chicks who he gave A's. And then the school went in and changed everybody's grade to an A because his class was a fucking joke. And then he went back in and changed it back and forth. Like the dude's
awesome.
out of
This
his
guy's a
mind.
fucking legend, man.
Yeah. Oh, he's great. I don't know. I can't tell you how much fun this stupid document has been for me. I have not stopped laughing for like 3 days.
Why do I get the feeling that this is kind of like the norm for like American universities now? Like they just seem to have like accessed their crazy sides. And
I think most professors in the U.S. have some kind of a manifesto like this, like, and they're just
Yeah.
waiting.
Well,
to
okay,
set it down
so
somewhere.
I graduated undergrad in 2005.
Hey,
and
me
it's,
too.
it's a wildly different landscape than what it is today. But I'm reading this thing and I'm like, I was a writing major. I would not have been surprised at all to find any of this show up in a writer's workshop. Not a single thing in this document would surprise me to actually show up in 2005. Now I'm like, well, why isn't he tenured yet? That's the only question that I have.
Yeah.
It seems to fit right in with UCLA mantra, but they got called out and they considered it a shooting threat, an active shooter threat, or like a threat of a shooter arriving at the school.
An
That's how they
inactive
treated it.
shooter.
And so then they had to walk back any support they would otherwise have of this guy. But I genuinely believe that they fully support what he wrote most of the time because it belongs in every college classroom the way it's written.
They're probably like, if you didn't say the N-word so often, we would
Yeah,
laminate
it's
it
like-
and pass it out.
He's a
you
black
were
guy, he
almost
gets the
there. You
pass
were
on
this
it.
close.
It's the Jews because he uses the offensive
That'll get
rhymes
ya.
with bikes for Jews, right? And
Mm.
so that I think is what really did him in a 100% honesty because he's black. He gets to use the N-word as much as he wants. That's actually the whole point. He says, stop using African American, stop using black. You aren't actually black. You are this, be this. And that's
So
I
worst
get
case
it.
scenario, he's gonna get suspended from the View for 2 weeks.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But oh man, it's his videos. His videos are all about why white men should kill themselves, and they're just a gem.
Wow.
They're just a gem.
Does
Speaking
sounds
of
like
Whoopi
a
Goldberg, though, just imagine hating men so much that you want to twist the fucking Holocaust to fit your narrative. Jesus Christ.
yeah.
That
Wait,
is
she
some- that is some
twisted
top
to be
quality.
about men? Is that what happened?
I think it was more like she
She
tried
said-
to claim that the guys who did the Holocaust were not racially motivated.
It was white on white crime that because she's the apex,
Yeah.
victim group by being black.
Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was saying it's man's evil against man,
man,
like
yeah.
the general scope of it, that it wasn't about it's like, well, I mean, it was
about race.
a little bit about them being Jews too. Like that was it was
Just-
kind of
just
a
a little.
theme.
Yeah, they had a
made little
whole
patches
chart.
and everything.
I'm
About,
pretty sure the guy in charge of it all wrote his own manifesto where he talked about that quite extensively.
Well, there was a
He
great.
did
I don't know if
speeches.
it's Babylon B, but somebody put Hitler watching The View in hell, shocked to realize the Holocaust wasn't about race.
Oh, dude, that would be a fucking great.
In
sketch.
hell,
He's
that's all they
watching
play
it,
is The
he's, like,
View.
annoyed. Misrepresenting my
That's the
opinions.
meta joke.
Yeah.
Of course, Hitler would be watching The View in hell. Everybody watches The View in
That's
hell.
all
watching
they
The View
play.
in
It's on
hell.
every channel.
You could honestly torture like Al Qaeda suspects with that. Just like strap them to a chair and make them watch The View.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know. I think the CW give it a good run for its money.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Naomi. As I'm not sure
Look-
looking forward is quite the right term I'm looking for, but
No.
it'll be an experience if nothing else.
At least the CW hires attractive people. That's the
Oh,
one
yeah,
thing
but-
you got to give them credit for.
I
They,
haven't
they-
seen Naomi's friends then.
well, I don't know about Naomi. I haven't seen anything about that. But like the 100, that was full of hot people. It's a good job.
The 100 started out as a pretty good show. I
Yeah.
think after like 3 seasons, I just kind of lost interest in it. But I remember it being pretty well made.
It got real fucking weird.
They didn't
for
keep it
sure.
100.
Didn't they
Yeah,
kill
it
somebody
became
in
the
that
200.
show? And
They
the
got
fans
to
went
less
mad?
than 100 really quick. That's what made it compelling. Kids were getting killed all over the place. Like, oh, finally, someone's killing these fucking asshole kids. Thank God.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, it was an alright show. It was okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
We got quite a few super chats. I don't know if you guys got a little bit of time. We'll go through some of them.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I got a
for
bit
the
of time.
duration, buddy. I
Yeah,
got
I
more
got to
liquor.
run in about 45. But I'm okay.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll probably finish up by that point anyway, because yeah, there's no way we'll get through all of them. But we'll see what we can do, because I'm sure some of these questions will be for all of you guys anyway. What's the first one? Sparks7907 said, "It finally happened. MauLer got rackets on a stream. Too bad it's the wrong one, though. For A for effort, long man."
Hey, progress.
Yeah. Unbreaded said, "Penguins are getting taller." Fuck, are they? It's only a matter of time until they take over.
Yeah, yeah, apparently so.
Penguins, man, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Mikey Gustler.
Manifesto is amazing. I'm telling you, the manifesto, it's in there. The penguins are in the manifesto. Everything's in the manifesto.
What's his beef with penguins? Does he want to make
Yeah,
them
no,
taller?
Getting
He
taller,
just said
man.
no. He said penguins are getting taller. Eventually, they'll be taller than people again. They'll be bigger than people again.
All right.
Again.
Quite
Does
far
he-
away.
Does he feel like this is something that needs to be addressed? Like we need to make the
It sounds
penguins
like you
shorter
don't
somehow?
understand the
As
problem, Drinker. Do you not understand how much of a problem that is?
I could
As
see
it-
it being quite terrifying when they're
As
As
taller
it
than you.
happens, there was a penguin who was like fucking 6 feet tall. There's a prehistoric 6-foot penguin running around. Can you imagine that shit? That'd
Scary.
be hilarious.
Horrifying.
But what are penguins going to do?
What
They're
can be
going to be. They're going to be. I don't know if it's Antarctica or which one they're ever in. They're in, and they're just going to be like, "Hey guys, we're like taller than humans now. Fancy taking over Manhattan and just fucking going on a march."
Why
the
is that
penguin
their
march.
accent?
I
They
don't-
just
I
take
don't know
over
if
all the
penguins-
Taking over
conductor
Manhattan.
positions.
You're just taking over Manhattan.
That's
what we're gonna do.
Australian penguins.
The down under or northy, I don't know.
North
South
over.
Pole, there you go. Down under.
Where is it? There was one there. It was like, "I for one welcome our penguin overlords."
Well, yeah, Australia has a history of losing wars to flightless birds. I'm sure the penguins will be no
Oh.
different when they arrive.
Well, it reminds me of that video I saw where the guy punches a kangaroo, and it just like it fucking gets all hench on him, just like tenses up like this, like the moment he punches it, like, and you can see the guy backing away, like, oh shit, like I didn't want to mess with this. That could happen with penguins as well. Like once they're over 6 feet, man, I wouldn't want to
don't
fight
know.
one.
I don't think their
Dude,
upper body
peng-
strength is good.
Kangaroos are swole as fuck. They're terrifying.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
jacked.
Yeah.
they don't fuck around, kangaroos.
Yeah.
He did put hands on that kangaroo though. That it was messing with his dog.
It
Oh,
was. So he's kind of, he's intervening to protect it. But yeah, like just walloped it right in the face, and like
like-
it just didn't even flinch. It was like,
I'm
nah,
like, get a new
try
dog,
that again,
bro.
son.
He goes to protect the dog. The kangaroo just starts like banging him.
Chalk this up as a loss.
Just like bends him over.
Kangaroo's like, welcome to my cellmate.
Mikey Gusler said, "Invite Jay Longbone onto your stream, Drinker. She's funny and intelligent about the films you're into as well." Yeah, we've spoken with Jay Longbone quite a few times on EFAP, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
What does EFAP stand for?
Jerking off.
Electronic fab.
Really?
It's what we all do. We just get on a stream together and away we go.
It's
Kinda
jerking
like a
off
race,
in the
Chrissy.
Facebook Meta VR realm. That's
Yeah, it's tits groped in metaverse.
It's well, Mo, you can explain it better than I can.
Well, we when we got started, it was just a stream of 3 guys watching YouTube videos, pausing them and complaining, and then we got a reputation for pausing way too much, turning like 10-minute videos into 5 hours. And so we asked our community what we should call the show, and someone suggested EFAP for a reference to Every Frame of Painting, a video essay channel that kind of started all off on YouTube. Every Frame of Pause being the actual name, because that's kind of what we do. And then, of course, EFAP is kind of funny. So,
Also, would be a great name for a show about animals. Pause.
There you
that's
go.
true. It's very true.
Just have
Yeah,
men fighting kangaroos. And let's comment on them.
What? Sorry, I
Yeah.
heard coming on kangaroos.
How can you? They're so fast.
I mean, that could be what you heard.
These macchiatos, they're fucking me up, dude.
I know. It's like once you get that coffee in you, you become a different person. As Mikey Gusler also said, Ezra Miller posted on his Instagram story a screenshot of an article that discusses Affleck's final portrayal as Batman in the Flash movie that he edited with "ha ha ha" all over the article. Could this mean a return for Ben? I don't know. Or is he laughing that Affleck's leaving? I don't know.
Or is it like a Joker reference?
He's a weird one.
Yeah, I don't really know what to make of Ezra Miller.
I want to watch the Ezra Miller film where he takes on the KKK.
Yeah.
We can make it, as we can fund it.
I know. It's going to be a found footage film of his death. He's going to go in with his Gucci handbags and everything.
Oh, he's the kind of guy that would get recruited into the U.S. Army now, based on that ad. Mikey also says #restore the Snyderverse. And Chrissy, can you come perform in Columbus, Ohio, maybe in the Funny Bone?
Oh,
I
yeah.
would like to see you perform live and give you my money.
I've done the Funny Bone. I was there last year. Yeah. I'll try to get back there. I like the Funny Bone.
Cool. Mikey also said, if any of you are looking for new TV shows to watch, I recommend Pam and Tommy on Hulu. They released the first 3 episodes last night, and they'll release the next bunch of them weekly. Do any of you remember The Scandal? Yeah, we're all pretty old.
say,
Remember?
I've already seen that movie.
Yeah,
The original.
you got the highlights there. Yeah, damn. When would that even have been? Was that like late 90s, early 2000s?
Early 2000s.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it
think it
was.
was after I was out of high school.
Yeah, because it was once she was kind of done with Baywatch and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, hold on, I'll find this out.
I know, I'm going to have a look.
This is very important to research. I'm going to type
I was
in
gonna
say,
Tommy right now.
Some
in-depth
people
research.
say-
It's like, yeah, all the thousands of people watching this stream can just have to wait. This is important.
Yeah, we need to find out.
Okay.
1995. Oh, no. Well, it says they found
No.
love in 95.
Aw.
Oh. And then they found porn in...
Wow. The actress needs to use a prosthetic forehead.
What?
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 The actress who played Pam Anderson has to use a prosthetic forehead. And the guy who plays Tommy has to use a puppeteered appendage.
Right.
Oh, because his dick isn't big enough? Oh,
guess
God, that's got
not.
to be fucking embarrassing.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
Oh, just imagine the day they tell you that. So, we're sorry, but not
Oh
Maybe I
no, it
missed
was
that.
96.
they,
96.
Yeah, you found it quicker than I did.
Shit, Rolling Stone has a full article on just the tape.
Wow.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ, it's like that
Stone
manifesto
Cock,
in length.
It's the stunt cock from Orgasmo.
It reminds me, like,
Cock.
it reminds me of an article my mate sent me. It was about Willem Dafoe in Antichrist. You know that Lars von Trier movie that was weird as fuck, and he gets naked in that. But apparently he had to use a prosthetic dick in that as well because it's. And I quote:
my
"His real one
God.
was so large that it was confusing to the cast and crew."
Wow! What?
This is so. This article says, oh my God, his penis had to be. His prosthetic penis was animated by 2 puppeteers.
Fuck's sake.
I don't even.
Uh,
what a fucking production that is.
Imagine that's your job. You're a penis puppeteer.
I know, like you
I
get
mean,
into
I
the
kind of
special
am.
effects industry, like, yeah, I'm
To be
gonna
fair.
do some really cool stuff here. It's like, oh well,
Go
we've
to
got a job for
Hollywood,
you.
they said.
What do you do? I work in the movies.
It's
Look,
really
I have-
hands on.
I have 40 years of experience being a penis puppeteer. It's fine. I'm qualified for this job.
Wow, it took them 3 hours every morning to put on the temporary tattoos onto Stan's body.
Oh,
Damn.
Wow.
Also, I will be right back, but you guys keep going.
All right.
It's like,
Zero hour discussions gave me 25 PHP. I don't know what they are, but like, thank you anyway.
Argentinian?
Yeah, let's go with that. 5 picoseconds said, on Twitter, people are saying how amazing yesterday's Boba Fett was, and I just do not believe them at all. Almost certain it's just because Cool Bounty Hunter shows up. I'll wait for the EFAP coverage. Yeah, as I guess we kind of covered this already. Yeah, we've kind of given our thoughts. It's just jangling those shiny things in front of us. Eldritch Blasted said, give us this day our daily unbreaded and forgive us our memes as we forgive those who meme against us. Lead us not into Jack Murphy and deliver us from Gunt.
Oh.
For thine is the whiskey, the ranting, and the gamer words now and forever. Amen.
Oh.
That was beautiful.
Amen and a
Wow.
women.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been to
Oh,
church this
God.
week.
Yeah, we've been so exclusionary.
We
Chucks
should
and
call
House.
it Jangle Fit because they're jangling.
There we
shiny
go.
things.
Yeah,
I'm done
jangle.
now. I'm done doing that. No more puns.
Chucksenhausen said, Hail Open Bar. For Rekeita Law, I must ask, how much sleep did you get after reading all the super chats from your legendary interview with Tatanka?
After Tonka's interview, well, I went on the kill stream after the Tonka interview. So I did fine there. I had plenty of sleep. I didn't have anything going on the next day. So that was okay. That was not, I don't remember that stream having a particularly high super chat revenue. I could check, I guess. But,
It's weird because he's written it as Tatanka, which makes me think of like the wrestler, but I guess you actually mean Tonka Saw.
Yeah, he means Tonga Saw. I think
Yeah.
it dances with wolves when you say Tatanka. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I
we
think.
all went in different directions with this shit.
I went to
Yeah.
Tonka Truck.
God, that was-
Yeah,
that-
there you go.
that
He
interview
also
was so long ago. Sorry, go ahead.
Is it? Okay. He also said, also, I'm hoping one day for a happy hour for Karate Kid. Maybe Geeks and Gamers would love to do it. And so would you all. Discount Stingray out. Yeah, we did one on Cobra Kai a few weeks back, and it was great fun.
It's a good show. It's just a
Yeah.
consistently fun show.
We just, we had a blast talking about it. It was just one of those shows that just really makes me happy. Gives me a little bit of hope for like how we can still make good stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. And again, Cobra Kai is interesting because the characters are complex, but they're still basic. Like at the same time, you get growth out of Johnny, but you still expect him to act like Johnny, and he does. But they make him act like Johnny, but slightly more mature. He's learned a little bit more, and it's fucking brilliant that they've done this. They've managed to incorporate growth into a character while making him seem static at the same time, and yeah, I don't know. I really appreciate what they've done with that show. It's an enjoyable show to watch. It's got enough fan service to call back to stuff while still bringing me new shit every single time it airs. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there was I missed the comment there because they're going by too quickly, but someone was saying, yeah, like it's funny because as well, like it's really irreverent and it takes the piss out of woke culture, and yeah, it absolutely does. And there's so few shows that will have the balls to do stuff like that. I can imagine like a lot of people must hate it for that same reason.
Yeah, like when Johnny learns to speak feminist, it's so funny and so real.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, because she won't join his dojo, and he's like, oh, fuck, I had to learn feminism for this nonsense.
And then he tries so hard and he comes off just still like such a creep, but like
Yeah.
unaware in such a funny way.
That's great stuff. The Outcast Creative said, loved having you guys on with Jason Fleming last night. There's a saying in our industry, good people send the elevator back down. You embrace it, much love. Yeah, that was MauLer and I were on the Outcast Creative channel, and we had an opportunity to talk to Jason Fleming, who's a pretty well-known British actor. He's done like about 200 films in his career. He's done loads of shit. So yeah, he's a really nice guy. It was great to talk to him. Charles Hurst says, damn, I'm going to miss this one. Here's a few gents. Hope you have a good time. Cheers for that, matey. Thanks. RRTNZ said, hail Drunkler, Shmee MauLer. Drinker, your last two streams have really raised the bar, pun intended. OC and Fleming was an insight into the industry, and your chat with Baggage Claim struck a chord with many. Keep up the great work, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, they've been good. We've had some good streams recently. Salad Cream Boy's Well-Being says, Drinker, you handsome drunk Scot. I have a 1.7 litre bottle of Kraken to enjoy this with. Damn, that's a lot of rum.
Salad Cream Boy?
Yeah.
yep.
Do you get salad cream in America? I don't know if this is a British thing or what?
Oh, salad
What
cream
is
is lovely.
salad cream?
It's-
Beautiful.
How do I even describe what it is? It's like mayonnaise, but different.
No, it's not, mate. Yeah,
we just call it generic salad dressing. Like in the US, there's salad dressing, which people don't realize is a thing on its own because they always think salad dressing means either ranch or Western or French or whatever. But no, it's salad dressing itself. I think that's probably what salad cream is that you guys have. You guys just call it an analogy of cum, so that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like a healthy man's cum.
Yeah. If it tastes like salad cream, though, I'd start to worry.
I'd turn gay if it tasted like salad cream.
As swallows every time.
Yeah.
You
No,
can
I'd
be on the
spitting
CW
it
ad.
out on my sandwich.
This stream's gone down a dark
Hold on,
path.
dude. I'm just having a ham and salad cream. Hold on for a sec, dude.
Jesus. He also said, also P.S. Boba Fett was not good. Doomcock thinks it means that the sequel trilogy is being erased. All we need now is Gina's Cara Dune, and the Force is balanced again. Oh, wait. I think I kind of misread his first sentence there. P.S. Boba Fett got good rather than it's not good.
Oh.
That changes the whole dynamic of that message. I don't know, man. I'd say you've probably got like 4 or 5 people on this stream who might disagree with you that it's gotten good.
There was like lots of hints that it's going to exactly where it ends.
Yeah.
So,
JS Pena said, Drinker, that super chat on your 8th open bar about Sean Chandler being a hack is false. He's actually a respectable critic. In fact, believe it or not, he's a fan of yours. Who's Sean Chandler? I don't know who that is.
Who called him a hack?
Probably the guy who sent this super chat. I think maybe he had his opinion of him has changed, I guess. But yeah, I don't know who that is. Sorry, man. Bear Business said, penguins are getting taller. Soon they'll be bigger than people again. Hi, Rags.
Hi, Rags.
Again.
I am back. And by the way, I just wanted to say about the Boba Fett comment there. I'd just be like, I just didn't realize you were so easy. Like, with what they've done to say that Star Wars is saved. It's just like, damn. That was quick. And I feel bad for you because that means you're going to be as motivated and invested as you were before, and Disney are going to fuck it up again. Trust me, they ain't done.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
I'm really not convinced by this idea as well that the sequel trilogy is somehow going to get decanonized or erased or something. That would have to be some kind of monumental shift.
Luke spoke about, Ahsoka spoke about the Jedi Temple for training. Luke said to Grogu about being his first pupil for the training. The things that they were building look like the fucking buildings that he goes to drink tit milk in, and it's all setting that up.
Decanonized, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sure that all means it's going to be decanonized.
JS Pena also said, P.S. I recommend Nutsa. She has been calling out this craziness as well, and I think she would be a great guest. Nutsa.
Not so fast.
Yeah. Not so fast there. The swashbuckling scallywag said, you have to watch The Island of Dr. Moreau once every day for the rest of your life, or Lord of the Rings is scrubbed from existence. Which would you choose? Fuck.
Ooh.
I'd probably take one for the team, and I'd watch The Island of Dr. Moreau so that the rest of you guys can continue to watch Lord of the Rings and enjoy it.
Lord of the Rings needs to exist, okay? It's a part of, it's a pillar of this gosh darn race. By that I mean humans. I know I need to clarify because some
species.
I should have said species. The human race. You know what I mean.
Will the Lord of the Rings TV show change your opinion, MauLer? Will it sour you on the movies?
That's not Lord of the Rings. That's some disgusting, horrible thing that someone shat out on a streaming service. We've been getting them for years now.
That's true.
I've said it many times. All I want are elvish and orcish tits. If they don't have that, I'm going to be if they have it, I don't care how much they fuck up the story. Put them in there. I am so pro breasts in movies and TV that I'm willing to take a shitty story to get them back, to get them back to 80s levels.
I miss that in movies, just random tit shots. Like they got nothing to do with the story, but fuck it, we can do it.
Yeah,
elvish ones I think would be fine. Like they're
it's
just humans, but like I'm not sure I want to see orc boobs. That's gonna get weird.
That the nipples have points like the earlobes. That's all I'm hoping.
Maybe we'll find out.
They're
That
listening.
might hurt. That's gonna hurt.
That could make it a nightmare to get clothes.
Did you see the
just like cutting through them constantly?
You see the posters they put up.
Lambeth thread is how you fix that.
They put up these promotional posters for it today on the main account for Lord of the Rings, and it's just women holding shit.
Just hands, isn't it? Just hands.
It looks like Game of Thrones.
And then somebody photoshopped a pile of shit into.
I showed that cover art to my wife out of context. I said, "What does this look like?" And she goes, "Game of Thrones." Right away. It looks exactly like the Game of Thrones.
Well, that's what they're going for. It basically is just Game of Thrones in the Lord of the Rings universe.
That's why I'm hoping for tits.
Yeah.
And incest.
It's like, please hire Roz from Game of Thrones. Those were nice. Just put them in there. It's fine.
Look, Rekeita, women do not exist to be pleasant on the eye for you.
Right. Exactly.
Could have fucking fooled me.
I'm sure there's a rant that could be done about this.
Misogynism.
Next one is Galloping Nobrot says, Drinker review Young Frankenstein. Damn. Maybe.
Is that my dad?
Yeah. Joe Themig says, Drinker and crew, have any of you seen Last Nights? A retelling of 47 Ronin. Pacing is a bit slow, but the story arc and characters make for an enjoyable movie. Cheers. Last Nights? No.
I don't know.
47 Ronin isn't that old even.
The Keanu one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume that was a remake as well.
Well,
Yeah,
unless there's like another one.
That was
when
a
the
Keanu
original?
passion project, that wasn't it?
Yeah, it didn't work out that great for him.
I thought Man of Tai Chi was his passion project.
The only other reference to it is like just an actual legend, I guess. So it's like a traditional story. So maybe that's what he's referring to.
Drinker, have you ever reviewed 13 Assassins, the Takashi Miike film?
No, I have not.
God, it's one of the best fucking action movies ever made. Like, not even kidding. It is so damn good. I could watch
13 Assassins.
13 Assassins. It was the remake in early 2000s that they did, or mid 2000s. Yeah, it's Takashi Miike. He's the guy who did Ichi the Killer and stuff like that. And it is like, it has a little bit of a slow build up. There's some action early on, but the last like 40 minutes is this epic fucking combat scene. It's so good. Oh God, I love it.
Nice.
Sounds like
No,
a
that
great
sounds
premise. Imagine being a killer and being itchy. Like, it'd be so annoying.
Yeah, I'm trying to concentrate. It's funny, I didn't actually mean to click on this one. I was going to try for this one. But, you
Click on the correct
Both
one.
are right.
Accurate.
Both
Sure.
are
okay,
correct.
I'll just leave that one.
Sure, whatever. Okay.
Galloping Nobra also said, Drinker, you need an Amazon wish list for those old movies you just can't find online or on TV.
Oh.
Yeah, like if you can't find it anywhere else, you'll get it on Amazon. JS Pena also said, although I'm more of a Linnea Quigley fan, it's really unfortunate that horror icons such as Elvira would go too far and treat her fans that way.
Oh my God. What a washed up cunt.
What has she
Tom
been
Jones should
saying?
visit her again, send her back to the hospital.
She's
I
joining this
refuse to wank
anti-Joe
over.
Rogan, I guess,
okay.
protest or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of people throwing their weight behind that. It's really sad to see.
I
Even
just
the
love the
White
idea
House.
that Elvira thinks that she's such a big voice now. Like,
Oh, it's like same with Neil Young and Joni Mitchell. It's like, oh, that's right. I remember your album 30 years ago. Who cares what you have to
Chrissy,
say?
We should
Damn,
do a buddy.
she's-
Somebody's had a great idea. We should do a buddy cop movie. And we call it Tits and Ass.
Yes.
Boom.
Oh my
Got 'em.
God. I'm ready.
let's do it. Let's make it happen. Hollywood, we need some funding. Let's get this done.
I'll be the villain. I'll hate
One
people or
has
something.
tits, the other one's ass.
I'll just be passed out in a corner.
Yeah, Drinker's just in the back seat of the fucking police car.
I'll be like a master assassin, but I'm so drunk I can't actually do anything.
That's the thing. Like,
Like, give me a minute.
They
That's
can't
what-
kill you because you keep drunkenly avoiding every single hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching the video today and had the idea of like, we need to find the plans. We need to go to that wonderful new place, and then next thing we're on a train to fucking Aberdeen.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, God, it's always like these glamorous museums that look like fucking like beautiful historical monuments or whatever. Like they never have to go to just some shitty like storage warehouse somewhere to get the thing they need. You know?
We're off to Pataudry.
Yeah. It's like we need this item that we need is stored in Skegness. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, green
I gotta
up
go to the
Morton.
local Aldi's.
Yeah. I'd love, the idea of like Gal Gadot walking through my local Weatherspoons or something. It'd be amazing. Samael, the infamous, said, "Do you read Sutter Kane?" I kind of wish I did, actually. It's like,
Oh
teleport
yeah,
me to a horrifying apocalypse land.
It's such a fucking good movie. Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
When Sam Neill was king of horror for 2 movies in a row.
Yeah. The 90s was his time for horror films.
Mm.
I've got a real soft spot for In the Mouth of Madness. I thought it was a good film.
Good video, dude. It's a good vid.
I was just like, it feels like a movie that a lot of people have forgotten about, so it's nice to revisit it. In Fantasy I Die said, "Give us this day our daily unbreaded caucasoid death machine assembled with bloodlust. UCLA, bro, probably. Cheers to Nick and the rest of the show." Nice.
A lot of religious references in the super
I know.
chats.
I just love how they work in unbreaded into it as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. Well, that's
Very subtle.
God, it's so good.
Uh,
His unbreaded video is amazing.
yeah.
I don't. There's not. There was nothing offensive in unbreaded. The video. It's just pure good, clean unbreadedness.
I'm definitely gonna have to watch this once my stream's done.
Yeah, I'll send you the. I'll put the archive link in the chat for it.
Nice. HB LeBlanc said, "Hail Drinker, have you seen Secondhand Lions? If not, I would highly recommend it. It's funny and uplifting. It stars Michael Caine and Robert Duvall."
Mm.
Are they like war veterans or something? I'm sure I remember this. Just bringing it up actually so I can see. It's comedy drama film. It tells the story of an introverted young boy who's sent to live with his eccentric great uncles Robert Duvall and Michael Caine on a farm in Texas. It's random. Fair enough.
Michael Caine in a Texas ranch.
Yeah.
Unbreaded lions.
I like to
There we
grow
go.
tangerines.
Yeah, that's the size of a tangerine.
Listen, Bruce.
I've,
I got nothing.
I've buried too many tangerines.
Once I
He was
once harvested
grinding.
a tangerine the size of a tangerine.
His best movie was Victory. Don't even at me.
Escape to Victory. That's a movie.
Him and Sylvester Stallone, Pele.
Sylvester Stallone and
Escape to
Kelly in
Victory.
the same fucking
Yeah.
movie. That's a combination.
Max von Sydow at the end, just like marveling over Pele's overhead kick till he starts standing up and applauding, and all the other Germans just like,
I just love Sylvester Stallone. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be an Olympic level goalie in just like one day." "Oh, this is a stupid sport. Use your feet." "No, you can use your hands, you dumb
Yeah.
American."
in the corners. Where do I stand? Where do I stand for the corner? Where do I stand for the corner? Oh my god, I love that film. I haven't seen it in years. I'm gonna want to watch it again.
I was just thinking Over the Top as well, where he's an arm wrestling champion.
Yes. God, it's so his kid gets kidnapped. He's like, "You have to win this arm wrestling contest. But you can't have your kid
Who
back."
makes movies like this anymore? No one.
Why not? They're
Why
so
exactly?
good.
Why?
And like a woman just randomly gets her top off as well, just because it's fucking 80s, man. Why not?
Oh
There we go.
man, I miss the 80s.
Aw,
Some men want to see the world burn, and some men just want a tangerine.
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 It's simple, really. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Al. He says, "Have you seen North Sea Hijack? It's with Roger Moore as a woman-hating Scottish anti-Bond type character. Great fun and brilliant model effects." I think I have seen it. Yeah, did they not hijack an oil rig or something?
Yeah, it's
He's like there to
great.
negotiate with them. I just remember Roger Moore having this weird, like, scraggly beard that just didn't suit him at all. But yeah, I think the movie itself was all right. It was in his post-Bond years, so Fight in the Cold. Sorry, what?
No, I was just thinking, it might just be a little bit before A View to a Kill, you know.
Well,
check.
he was about 70 years old.
Oh, was he?
So. No, well, in View to a Kill, I'm just thinking of.
Oh no, yeah, he's 50. Yeah, it's 1980s North Sea Hijack.
Fuck, yeah, I
Yeah.
just brought it up there. 1980. I thought this was after he'd retired as Bond.
Yeah, no.
Well, there you go.
2 out of 5 Radio Times. Oh, fuck off.
Fuck you, Radio Times.
Yeah, come on.
You're not coming to my birthday, Radio Times.
Anytime Roger Moore deems to like appear in a movie, it automatically gets 5 stars. Void in the Cold One said unbreaded. There you go. It's definitive. Storyteller Nyland said, "Drinker, you beautiful bastard. Take my money and keep fighting the good fight." Guilty as charged. Bill Bonius Bag of Donuts said, "Touchdown, paper, unbreaded. Hail all in chat." 200 watt studio, unbreaded. Getting a lot of this shit. Trucker Rob, hello Drunkman, Longman, Baby Man, Chrissy, and the Fed.
Baby man.
Baby man.
Unbreaded.
How'd you do that?
Oh.
How did you do that?
I have an auto tuner.
I want one.
You gotta be friends with T-Pain.
Unbreaded.
Yeah, we all need one, like a different one for each person. We'll just carry on the whole stream as this.
Content.
Yeah. Marksman of 117B says, "Smiling Friends hits HBO on the 9th. So good. Is that the
Oh,
one
yeah,
you
you
were
guys
telling us
check it
about,
out.
MauLer?
Yeah, and it takes like an hour and 20 minutes to watch the season. It's real quick, but it's pretty funny. I don't like it a lot.
It did seem pretty good, the clip that you showed us. It it's a small girl, says unbreaded drinker, courtesy of Rekeita. Brian Tracer, unbreaded.
It's a
So
small
many
girl.
unbreaded people.
You'll never escape the unbreaded. It's
Yeah.
here now.
Rangi said, hey MauLer, jumped over from Jay's stream. Do Twitch people have any idea of copyright or fair use? Hi, Rackets.
It's unreal. Jay's been doing a stream checking out people responding to the video he put out. It's all about like just stealing people's shit. And there are Twitch streamers who are responding to the video literally saying, but everyone does it.
Yes.
That's their
And they
argument. It's
do.
like it should be chill for us to just take videos because everyone else is doing it. And it's like, good God, have you guys never? There was a guy who was like, look, Twitch streamers and YouTubers, they're just different people. They do different things. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
One
As
makes
if-
content and the other steals it.
It's insane because like they assume that all of us just make videos and that makes us different people. And it's like we stream too, motherfucker. We do both of them. We're not lazy like you.
The fucking insanity of like these high profile streamers who are just straight up watching Kitchen Nightmares. Like they're just
Yeah.
watching it
Insane.
and going, oh, and like, oh, that was their entire content.
Wow.
It's like, and they're like, well, I mean, it's, you know, they only have like 600,000 people watching them live or whatever, because Twitch is a weird place where people will do that. I mean, YouTube, it's really fucking hard, but on Twitch, 100,000 view streams happen all the time. And there's people just watching this and they don't see the issue with literally just stealing content that was produced. It's like, look, I mean, you're not making a principled protest against copyright. You just go, oh, I should be able to watch this because, well, I'm on Twitch. Like that's why.
The people who are doing these streams where they're getting like 100,000 viewers, would they be like young attractive women wearing very little clothing by any chance?
Well,
What?
some of them, QXC isn't an attractive woman. He's just an average looking woman. Or XQC or whatever. That guy. But no, it's, I don't know. It's weird. And Hassan Piker is an ugly woman.
So how many people you remember? How many people here remember Jinx? But like Jinx got hyper popular. He didn't do anything.
Oh
He just watched other people's
Jinx.
videos.
Yeah,
And
Jinx
the thing is,
reacts.
like, at certain points, his fan base would have been like, we're here for Jinx's reactions, actually. And then the second he stopped doing react content, his channel died. Nobody was watching it anymore. And it's like, yeah, it really was for him, wasn't it?
But he didn't fucking react.
Ashley.
He just
No,
put
he
it on and
didn't.
sat on the end of his fucking bed doing nothing.
He would
Right.
end up just like sometimes going, what?
And it's like, look, YouTube's copyright moderation policies are shit, but it's not in how they enforce copyright. Like, because the actual, when you get down to it, enforcement of copyright on YouTube goes, take it to court. If you really want to do this, the copyright owner has to take you to court. Like that's the long and short of it. The shitty part of YouTube is the implementation of saying, okay, well, your channel is suspended for 7 days until your appeal goes through and we review it and all that stuff. Well, that's retarded. But the actual underlying aspect of it, Twitch's copyright policy is fuck it. We don't care. Like we don't do anything. It's like
because
yeah.
they're trying right now to avoid caring about it, because if they take any stances, then they're going to have to be responsible for doing a lot more than they're currently doing. So I think right now they are like crying as they watch their biggest streamers steal content because they're just waiting for someone to come after them.
Yeah, well, is it not the case that they look after their partner accounts and like their biggest creators?
Oh, sure,
like, they're
yeah.
the ones they'll protect. Like they'll come down a bit harder on like the smaller ones because they can get
yeah,
away
they had
with
the
that.
no ban list, right? That got leaked. It was a couple
Yeah.
years old, but it had all these formerly really popular streamers. And it was like, you can't ban or suspend them without talking up the chain to their partner manager being involved and everything. It's like, fuck. I mean, if YouTube would do something like that, I think that'd be a better system, but not on the no ban list. Just on a let's not suspend the channel for 7 days list until something actually gets worked out ahead of time. But
What's the thing? Because you know, if like us lot, for example, were all of their biggest streamers on Twitch, it's like they're going to have a better time because we have a better understanding of what it even means to be transformative. And our goal isn't to just show people other people's content; it is to actually entertain them with our own content. So they'd be okay.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of Twitch streamers' brains are like spaghetti, and so they basically say stuff that's like this other person that Jay was responding to said like, "Oh, this is so dumb. Am I supposed to credit every piece of artwork that I use too?" And I was just sitting there like, "Yes,
Yes.
you cunt! Like, what are you doing, stealing people's work and just being like, well, you know, it's hard to credit people. It's like, gosh, what a tough
It's
life
not
you live."
hard.
What XQC said about it was, you know, he's like, I do a lot of, you know, his gaming content is like where he really spends a lot of his time and effort and focusing, and then he sometimes just wants to chill out and watch TV. It's like, yes, that's the problem, buddy. You can't just chill out and steal someone else's content and not be doing something. You have to make it different. And if you can, great. Like if you're adding insight, if you can comment on the production of the show, if you can talk about storytelling in a meaningful way, and you're pausing it so that it's not literally just a replacement for going on Netflix and watching it yourself, then fine, do that. But they weren't doing that. The meta was literally to just let it play. Hassan would leave his fucking chair and just play an episode of something while he's gone.
Well,
And just collect the paychecks. It's amazing.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, he's a socialist. He doesn't believe in that sort of stuff.
Yeah, he's going to redistribute all that wealth at some point. Yeah, I'm just
Sure.
waiting.
He
What a fucking
redistributed
dream job where you're just paid to exist and steal other
He
people's stuff.
redistributed it right back to that the former property owner, right? When he bought that $3 million house.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, this is gonna pop eventually.
His mum needed somewhere to live so she could make him his nuggies. You fucking leave it off.
Let me see what's the next one here. Milo said, you'd like another round if you haven't seen it already. It's an indie non-woke film about drunk teachers. Yeah, that's got Mads Mikkelsen in it, hasn't it?
Ooh,
it's meant to be pretty good.
Same creators behind The Hunt from 2016, which is one of the best movies ever made. Fully recommend it. So
Love me some
I don't know,
Nice.
that movie might
The
be good
Hunt?
too. 2016, not the 2021. Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen's in that too. I don't want to say anything about the story.
Okay, yeah.
But it's fucking fantastic.
Oh God, I like that guy.
Mighty Balzac said, begun the great honkening has.
Yay.
There you go. Honk if you're horny for freedom. See Goody.
Imagine Canada leading the way on freedom. What the fuck is wrong with this planet?
As long as
I
somebody
just
is.
imagine protests in Canada being like the most polite kind of like restrained
Excuse
protest
me.
imaginable.
Well, it kind of is. If you look at the footage from it, they're all like having a bit of a laugh, having a fun time, and then there's Trudeau hiding in Cuba with his dad.
Yeah, they're
who's
staying in their
recently-
truck, honking. They're not
Yeah,
like
and Trudeau's like, look at all
harming
these
anyone.
racist, bigoted. It's like, what?
I just I love the way it's reported on as well, where it's like last year, or sorry, the year before, it's like people burning down businesses and like rioting and destroying property and killing people literally. And then
People
now it's like
generous,
guys driving
Mhm.
trucks and honk their horns. It's like,
Yeah.
they're fascists. They
Yeah.
must be stopped. It's like, that's interesting. That's an interesting perspective you guys have got on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
fair.
those were mostly peaceful fires. So
Let's
Fair.
talk
They
about
were,
the
yeah, they were
definition of
peaceful.
words, like fascist, for example.
They had to shut down a couple of the not chapters, but means of donating for a couple of the BLM chapters because it wasn't clear, like their board of directors wasn't clear, like you couldn't see where the money went. It's very, very sus.
it went
Yeah,
into mansions.
Yeah.
It went
of
into a
course.
lot of mansions. That's where
The
it went.
2020 money is unaccounted for, $60 million. And they're like, hey, where the fuck did it go? And no one on the board of directors of the actual, because there is as much as everybody's like, oh no, it's Antifa and BLM are concepts. It's like, well, no, they're actually organizations. They're nonprofits. And shockingly, if you want nonprofit status, you better fucking report to the government what's going on. And they won't do it. So yeah, they had to shut down all fundraising for BLM. But in other news, GoFundMe shut down the fundraising for the truckers because they're like, well, we're not sure if this
no.
protest is
Yeah.
legal.
It's crazy.
The Canadian province that they're protesting in, it's threatened to sue GoFundMe. And so GoFundMe immediately bitched up. And of course, they were looking for any opportunity to bitch up on that one.
Damn.
I hate
It's
these people.
crazy times.
I was just gonna say a quick mention that I said it was 2016. It was 2012 that movie came out. I didn't realize it was 10 years old. Holy shit!
Damn, this is where we start to feel old.
Yeah.
C Goody 564 said, as dictated by the sourdough scripture, balls or no balls?
Balls.
Always balls.
Balls.
The question,
Is there
gentlemen,
context
is
for this? But
yeah. The question, gentlemen, on your futanari, do you prefer balls or no balls? Are you familiar
Balls.
with futanari?
I am
Is that
close
a-
to fucking you, Nick.
Well, yeah. It's an anime girl with a giant fucking cock. So the
Oh.
question is, does a giant cock have balls? She also has a vagina too, so this is okay. It's fine.
So
it's
you
not
can have
gay.
a dick, balls, and vagina. Is there enough room down there?
Is it like the Starlight Pit where the dick and balls are
That's-
inside
And
the
a
vagina?
butthole?
Look, when you're drawing it, there's always enough room, Chrissy.
I kind of feel like this sounds odd, but I feel like it would look weird if it didn't have balls.
No, you're right. That's the right answer. If you're gonna have a giant dick there better be balls. Otherwise, that's weird. Just a
There's no
clean
balance.
shaft all the way into the taint. No,
I
thank
can't
you.
trust the clean
Well,
shaft.
I'm glad we figured this out today on this stream. That's good.
These are the important questions that are occupying the scholars of our time, and we're here to answer them.
This is literally the basis of my entire career. So, thank you.
I'm Nick Rekeita. I do wonderful streams on Kyle Rittenhouse. I also talk about food to balls and dick.
Again, the two biggest questions about that.
Bird up here.
Okay.
Bird up says Ellie's unbreaded, by the way.
Oh no.
No. Brandon Hiles said Drinker or MauLer should collab with Academic Agent someday. Who is Academic Agent?
I feel like I know the name. Just not 100% sure who that is.
Call Me Done said the clappening of Star Wars renews and annoys pain. Yeah, this is kind of where we're at with it. Noir777 says, if I die from one of the 3 tornadoes near me, I just wanted to say it was an honor to watch all of your content.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh no!
I hope
Get
you're
in the
still alive.
doorway.
you're in a bunker.
Don't die.
Yeah, like
That super
dig
chat
a
was sent a
hole.
while ago. He could very well be dead.
yeah,
by
this was a while. Noir777, if you're alive, make yourself known in chat. Say
Or if
something.
or if you're dead, we'll
Let us
do
know if you're breaded or unbreaded.
it. And do you like balls or no balls?
Answer it all.
Since this is our last moments together, darling, I just want to let you know I would actually prefer balls.
now.
I just love it if that was his last moments on Earth before a tornado took him, like he was watching us dickheads like messing around on YouTube.
I couldn't watch and call my family.
His like his phone is in the tornado, spinning around with this stream, just still functioning.
There's a lot of F's in chat, by the way. That doesn't bode well.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Pay respects to Noir777.
Oh.
Right. Clowns said, Drinker, we need your opinions on penguins. Are they getting taller? God help us all if they get as tall as humans. Well, let's find out. Google can help us here. Are penguins getting bigger?
Taller.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Fatter?
Yeah, that's true.
We could all get fatter.
During the pandemic.
Taller, different
The
color.
penguins have been on lockdown. They're not fat.
Aw.
No, they are in fact getting smaller over time.
Oh.
We're okay. We're okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
because they found the remains of a giant penguin that was taller than most humans, but it was around 66 million years ago. So it's all been downhill since then.
Wow.
I
It was
will
about
not.
1.8 meters tall and it weighed 100 kilos. That is a big penguin.
Whoa.
I
mean,
will not
66
sit and tolerate this blasphemy against the scripture of Matthew Harris. Biggest-
Sorry, man. It's science. Yeah, Patient Elijah said, hey, Drinker, have you ever watched the show Dexter? And if so, what did you think?
Dexter.
I haven't, but I feel like
Ooh.
Chrissy has.
It's good.
Oh, you never
I
watched?
feel like-
Well, 8th season was eighth or whatever. The last season was fucking bad.
I don't
What,
think
the
I
one
got
that
that
gets
far.
done, or
the
the
first
one?
4 are really good. That's what I've heard. Is it John Lithgow as like the villain?
Oh,
Dude,
the Trinity villain. He was amazing.
The
Holy
John
shit.
Lithgow season is one of the best seasons of TV you can watch.
Yeah.
But then it
Also,
went to shit,
the
apparently.
British chick season is great. She's really good. I like
Season
her.
2, isn't it? That one.
I don't know. I just know her by her breasts. She's also in Spartacus.
Excuse my tits. Doesn't she say that to Debs? Oh, excuse my tits.
She's fantastic. No, she's that was a really good season too. But yeah, the John Lithgow season is, I mean, legitimately great. Great work. Dexter was a fantastic show until the last season.
Yeah.
Did you see New Blood?
I have not seen the new one, so I don't know what that's like.
Well,
I've
apparently
seen
it
I fear
ended catastrophically again, which is the most hilarious thing ever. Like it had a bad ending, and now apparently they tried again, had another bad ending.
God damn it.
Oops.
It's like we're gonna keep rebooting it until we get it right. God damn it!
Why can't Game of Thrones do that?
Yeah. Here's one from the Nethro King. It said 10,000. It's a document bred for a single purpose: to destroy the world of racism.
All right then.
I'll let that one go. Nick Nero said, "Holy S, this is the quifecta of streams. Damn it! Can't wait to listen to this tomorrow while I'm doing some editing. Cheers." Well, hopefully we can keep you entertained, man. Crazier Chris says, "I'm getting Critical Drinker's doll. Can't wait to cast my spells on it."
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's going to be that voodoo stuff again, isn't it? You're going to put pins in it. Botep said, "Greetings, drinker and friends. MauLer, can I get a right you are, my love? Cheers from Nebraska."
Right, you are, my love.
We're back in Hot Fuzz territory again.
A good territory.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Taker 610 says, "MauLer, is there a goo type Pokemon called Goodra? It's now EFAP lore that Fringy is a goo type Pokemon. Look it up, it's hilarious."
Goo type. I never heard of
What was
goo
it?
type.
Gootron?
So it's a goo type Pokemon called Goodra.
Goodra. How's it spelled?
Goodra.
Goodra. Well, Fringy is a goo monger. He's not a goo, like he's not made of goo. You know, that's an important difference. But
Well,
he
yeah.
might be interested in this creature. It's a goo monster, huh? Nice. Is that a new thing in Pokemon? Goo Pokemon?
I was never entirely clear on what Fringy was. It's like, is he a frog or something? Or a person
He's a
with
plague doctor,
doctor?
but he also goes by like bird or frog or apparently goo creature. You know, just shaking it up. every once in a while.
Salad
right back.
cream sounds like goo type.
I think so, yeah. But yeah, I was looking at. I don't think, obviously, we're going to get through the rest of these super chats tonight, and we have been going for getting close to 3 hours. And I know that we've got a couple of our guests have to bail, sadly, on us now anyway. So we'll probably finish it up shortly. But yeah, Chrissy and Az, I know you guys have got to finish up now. It's been an absolute honor having both of you on. Thank you for coming on for this. Have you guys got anything coming up that you'd like to plug? You'd like to make people aware of?
Apparently not. All right, moving on.
Ladies.
Well, that was easy.
Polite. We're too polite. I just recorded an album live from January 6th. It'll be available for purchase March 15th. When those links are up and ready to go, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, just check out Chrissy Meyer podcast on my YouTube channel here, and Friday Night Tights tomorrow, and every Friday at 4:30 Eastern.
Nice.
And I got some shows coming up, but you can check my website for those dates.
Well, the link to Chrissy's channel is in the description, so please, everyone who's watching, give her a follow, and the same goes for Az. The link to his channel is in the description, so if you're not already subscribed to him, then please give him a subscribe.
Please, I'm pushing towards 300K.
Yeah, we've got to get you. Yeah, I've got to get you to 300K, man. You're close.
So close. I my day's not over. I have to go because I'm recording another thing now.
Wow.
So
Oh, Jesus.
I know. My day won't be over for another hour and a bit.
Oh man. Well, and you got Friday
you know.
Night Tights tomorrow, so
Got Friday Night Tights tomorrow. My Batwoman review is up today. There was no delay this week. I got it done. Shit as always. And then yeah, I'm recording Naomi now.
I could see some of your soul just died there when you said that.
Aw.
Yeah.
I'm recording
I am
Naomi.
not. I am not joking. This episode of Naomi is the worst thing I've ever seen on TV.
I love that Az's career is him punishing himself with the shittiest TV that's ever been made in
Aw.
history. And he's like, this is just my lot now.
This is
just
it. This is my lot. And like people like to see me suffer. They keep. I have somebody that's actually getting quite raged that I am not reviewing Discovery as well.
Oh, God.
I know. I'm just like, look, there's only so much fucking cancer I can take, you know.
Look at your cat.
Oh,
Which,
look
by the way,
Rekeita.
You are
Stupid
swimming in
bow tie.
pussy, Nick.
I know.
Oh, look at the boo.
So thank you so much indeed for having me on, Drinker, MauLer. Great to see you again, Rackets and Chrissy. I will see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Are you on Friday? I'll be on
Yeah,
Friday
I'll see.
Night
Yeah, I'll
Tights
see you.
also.
Yeah. I'll
Oh,
see a lot-
wow.
And then
I'll see a
as
lot
we
of
gotta
these people.
paint, man. We gotta paint.
Paint me like one of your French ladies.
Yes. So I'm gonna hit you up so we can paint, man.
That
Mm.
sounds
you.
like a gay reference.
It is.
Tis.
The gayest.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, thanks, man.
Love you,
Cheers, guys.
bye. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. Yeah, Nick. Have you got anything that's coming up for you? Well, obviously you're on Friday Night Tights tomorrow, but
I'm on 2 streams tomorrow. I'll be on Eric Hunley's show at 11 a.m. Then I'll be on Friday Night Tights whenever they start, like 4 or something. I don't know. I literally have no idea. But I'll be on Friday Night Tights, and then of course I do my show every weeknight. And starting next week again, I should be doing some daytime streams as well. So everybody can come find me at my channel or other people's channels too. So
awesome,
I'm
man.
good.
Well, as with Chrissy and as the link to Nick's channel is in the description. So please do give him a subscribe as well. Produces awesome content. You were like pretty much the definitive source for coverage of the trial that we can't say, I guess, because YouTube will probably still give us a hard time over it. But yeah, man, it's been great to have you back on. It's been quite a long time, and it's been too long, in fact.
Well, it's my pleasure, man. Anytime. I love talking movies. I love talking shows. Unfortunately, I don't know much about Star Wars. So
Wow. Useless.
So we don't really either. We're just bluffing our way through this.
It's been a lot of fun talking to you. It's been too long, to start up having a chance. What stuff do you like? What is your favorite movie?
Shit. My favorite movie is the one I'll watch every time is American Beauty. Really enjoy watching American Beauty. I don't know why. I think the characters, again, I like archetypal characters, and I think there's some really good use of them in American Beauty.
Yeah.
But I also really like Glenn Ross because I like Alec Baldwin before he would shoot people. So that was good. Yeah, and as far as shows go, I don't know. I'm liking. My favorite shows, I guess, are Rome. Is one of the best TV shows ever made. The 2 seasons that they had of Rome were just fantastic. So, but I like a lot of stuff. I just never got into Star Wars, even as a kid. I never really liked it. I know that's heresy and blasphemy for a lot of the internet, but
we're going to allow it because of what Disney are doing with it right now. It's fine that you don't like it. It's probably beneficial for you, actually.
It's like the Matrix, right? So Star Wars, the first Matrix was good until you saw the second and third ones. You're like, oh, this is where you were going with that.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate. You had a nice foundation.
Star Wars lasted a little longer. Empire was great. And then Return of the Jedi, I was like, it's a bit floopy, but it's all right. And then the prequels, and then Disney, and well.
The thing with Star Wars is you can say definitively that so for me it's like the Beatles. I'm not a big fan of listening to the Beatles, but you have to respect what the Beatles did to music. In the same way with Star Wars, like personally, I'm not the biggest fan, but I have to respect what Star Wars did for sci-fi and bringing it out of goofy 50s and 60s sci-fi and into the modern era where we get masterpieces like Starship Troopers, for example, where we get these wonderful and RoboCop and Terminator, and where we get this. And we don't have stupid boxy looking robots walking around with slinky arms anymore because of Star Wars. And so I respect that. It has just never been my thing personally. I think Lucas is a great world builder, but a bad storyteller. And I think that comes through in all of the movies forever personally. But I'm not actually here to shit on people's passions. I know a lot of people like it, and it's just not for me.
No, that's fair enough, man. And there will be more media talks with you in the future. Absolutely.
Well, with that, I'll
man.
yeah, anytime. Just hit me up. I'm happy to love coming on talking to you guys. I love talking about not legal cases. So,
yeah, there you go.
So it's fun because if people who don't know, I was a writing major in college. I never wanted to be a lawyer. That was something that I pursued in my 30s when it was like, fuck, I need a job that I can be anywhere in the country, especially in a small town, and work. Lawyer was a great way to do that. I don't recommend that career path, by the way. It's actually not very fruitful or beneficial for most people. I like storytelling and writing, and there's elements of that in law. Not enough. People have lost the art of telling a good story to a jury or a judge. And I think that's what we're seeing in cases like Rittenhouse, where both of the prosecution and the defense failed to tell a good story. It's like, how do you screw up a story of a kid in the middle of a protest being attacked by a pedophile, a domestic abuser, and a violent protester, and defending himself successfully? How do you not tell that story either way adequately? And we're losing storytelling as an art. And I chalk it up to shit media. So
fucking definitely got shit media to deal with. Yeah.
One day, like, I'm going to come on your stream when you're covering a court case, and I'll just be like trying to give my completely uninformed opinion about what's happening.
No,
I'd be like a color commentator.
No, legitimately, what we should do is we'll find because like missed opportunity, but I don't know. One trial I'm watching in the peripheral right now is this Waffle House killer. So this guy believes that Taylor Swift is mind fucking him in his dreams, and that God orders him to go shoot a bunch of people at a Waffle House in Nashville. And so he goes at 3 a.m. and he kills 4 people and injures 2. And you listen, and while he's shooting, so he shoots up a bunch of people. He goes into the Waffle House and he goes towards the bathroom where like 7 people are hiding. And as he gets close, this guy bursts out of the fucking bathroom and wrestles this man, dick flapping around in the wind. He wrestles him, takes his AR, throws it over the counter, and kicks this guy's ass right out of the Waffle House. And the prosecutor manages to tell this story in a boring way. And you're like, how do you get a naked, insane man shooting up a Waffle House at 3 a.m. in Nashville and make that a boring story? But they can. So we'll have to find a case and listen to opening arguments and have like you guys on to talk about the story elements. Because that was my final project as a law school student was to, I was helping a teacher develop a curriculum for implementing storytelling as required education in law school, because it's not there. And it should be. So
yeah, it's really interesting.
It'd be kind of cool, like. But yeah, like I guess finishing up. Yeah, I just want to say thanks for coming on. Like I say, the links to Rekeita's channel are in the description. And yeah, thank you to our mods tonight that have been working hard to keep chat ticking over. Thanks to all you guys who have taken part and tuned in for this, and all the great super chats that you've sent. As we usually do, I'll do a catch-up stream over the weekend, probably on Sunday, so that none of them are missed. But yeah, I guess that's all I got for now. Like, MauLer, is there anything you'd like to add, sir? Because I've just been kind of...
No, I think we nailed it in just under 3 hours as well.
Yeah, lean and mean. I like it. Cool, man. Well, that's great stuff, and I guess that's all we've got for today. So